Replicon Radio. Replicon Radio. Talking shit with the juggalos on Replicon Radio. Giving a lesson, don't be a bitch. Replicon Radio. Yeah. This is Replicon Radio.
Don't touch it, it's hot, bitch.
Yeah.
So hot.
What up, what up, what up, what up?
Swat.
What's
Hello.
up? Hello.
What up, y'all?
Replicon
What's crackin', y'all?
We're back. We're here. We're live. We're doing it. We're Monday. We're Monday. It is Monday.
We are Monday.
We are. I mean, we might
We
as well
are
be.
Monday.
We are the only good thing about Monday.
I have to have a
We kick
description
your
on
week off, you know?
That's right.
There's got to be something positive's got to happen on Monday, so that way you can have a good rest of the week.
That's right. Or to make up for the previous week that wasn't so good, maybe.
Exactly. You know, because there was 6 days that you did not hear from us.
Yes.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Well, sort of true. Not really. Because we be dropping content on top of content on top of content. Y'all can't even keep up, fam.
Damn.
How much has dropped since the last time we were live on the internet?
Like 5 things.
At least.
And we're getting ready to record more content tonight.
So much.
On top of this content that you're listening to right now.
Stacks on stacks on stacks.
Bro.
Oh, it's a storefront that I got to change, right? Damn.
You don't even know.
If you don't know, now you know.
What up? But yeah, anyway, it's Monday. Replicon Radio. We are live. My name's Freaky P.
I'm Dead Body Man.
And I'm Big Roo.
It's been a long time since we've done that.
It has been a long time.
We're very forgetful people.
Yeah.
It's been a long
There's so
time.
much. We get caught up in our own going on that we forget about the simple things.
Yeah.
But we're up. We're live. We're on RepliconRadio.com. We are now live on YouTube as well.
Yeah,
So
I forget
tune
that
in.
we get new listeners every week, so it's
We do. Constantly, especially on the YouTube channel, is just stacking.
absolutely
Stacks on. Let me see. Let me go back here.
all of them greens,
Stacks
man,
on
them green
deck,
arrows
Patron
going up.
on ice.
So last week on the show, February 24th, we were live with the Ritual of Ether and Sevademic.
Yeah.
Since then, we dropped the Alazuli Lu acceptance videos for their 2 Replicon Radio Awards.
You're in the loop.
Dope.
We dropped Young Wicked and Axe Murder Boys acceptance videos for their 2 Replicon Radio Awards.
Dope.
We dropped a Jay Bizarre Replicon Radio exclusive interview up on the page.
Crazy.
I actually pulled the Sevademic interview featuring the world premiere track. It's now also on YouTube because the live version of YouTube didn't have the track because monetized.
Yep.
But now it is there, available. Just his segment for you to enjoy.
It's a good song.
It is a great song.
Yep.
Hell yeah, I'm on a roll.
That shit's so fucking dope, bro. That shit fucked me up.
Hell yeah. Then I dropped the Freaky P's birthday adventure. Sorry for that, but it's up there.
That's just a taste. I just want to give a little premonition there. That's a little taste of things to come in the future that we're going to work on.
Yes, with better editing.
Yes.
But check it out. That whole video was recorded on my cell phone.
Edited on the
It was
cell phone.
edited on my cell phone and uploaded on my cell phone, and then immediately deleted off of my cell phone. But yeah, that's you know what I mean. You gotta learn.
Yeah.
We're learning together.
It's
I don't know, and I apologize for all the zoom. The actual recordings were not that zoomed in, so
Yeah.
it's some sort of weird issue with the editing.
yeah. Well, I was watching that and I was like, God damn it, why is it so zoomed in? I can't even see their faces.
Yeah, it's
Oh, what? This
madness.
shit only goes up to 4.
And then we dropped the Daily Dino on Friday, like we do every Friday. So if you're an artist or you're a fan of an artist or you know some shit's getting ready to come out and you want to be featured on the weekly show where we tell you about all the new releases, shoot us an email, therepliconiswatching@gmail.com. And that's up right now from last Friday.
Hell yeah.
We also dropped
What?
a clip from The Gathering, throwback with the Suicide Boys.
Oh shit.
What? What? Little clip. We also dropped
Oh, there's
the
more.
Bender Boys accepting their Replicon Radio Award.
Boo.
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 It's out, man. It's
Yeah.
up there. It's fun. It's a fun little.
That's a fun interview.
It's a fun little
Or
madness.
fun little, yeah, not a little interview, but it's a fun little
Dropped
clip.
not one, but two videos from C2E2, walking around looking at the crowd, checking out the vendors, looking at all the cosplay.
It's just nuts.
Dropped another video of the Farewell to Arrow panel live from C2E2 featuring Stephen Amell and Emily Bett, which is super dope. That dropped. And then yesterday, it was the first of the month, so we figured we'd drop a little Bone Thugs Gathering throwback with the first of the month as well.
We do have that. Yeah.
So all that, if you're not on the YouTube channel, yo, that's how many is that?
I lost track. I lost count. I know it's at least 10.
12, 13 counting last Monday's show.
Shit.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's y'all. And none of that shit's on like streaming and shit. You have to.
Yeah, that's
YouTube.
just on our YouTube.
It shits.
There's so much. That's a lot. So much
We've been
shit.
putting it. We're closing in on 1,000 videos on our fucking YouTube. It's just getting nuts.
Are we?
No, we're a couple hundred off, but I can.
That's fairly
Now,
close. I mean,
now I
that's-
want to know. I know it's over 600.
Come this weekend, we're gonna probably add like another 50.
This weekend?
Yes, this weekend, the 7th.
Oh,
It's going down at Carl's Tavern.
that's right.
I
It is.
imagine.
It's a super famous super show.
Man, where do I click? Where do I click?
New Haven, Indiana, at Carl's Tavern.
That's right.
Say hello to the ice machine when you're there.
It's going.
Shout out to the motherfucking ice machine.
We'll probably get a bunch of videos there. So look, so you got that dropping. We got bro, we got all the videos that we'll be taking at Carl's Tavern will be dropped.
You know what? We're gonna after I think Carl's Tavern, we're gonna hit that. I predict that we're gonna hit 700 videos.
700. You said 6 and you thought we were off, but we're gonna hit 7.
No, I knew it was over 6. Last time look, we were in the 660s, but right now we're at 696.
Live,
696.
like the people can watch, not counting the ones that people can't watch. There's
It
a lot
does-
of shit on our YouTube y'all can't watch.
It literally,
There's a lot.
it does not tell me that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
It just tells me how many. Well, when I would assume it's what people can watch because it doesn't show you what you can't. Because I just did you type it in. We have
okay.
696 videos right now,
Killing it.
and I
Yeah,
predict
we're definitely gonna. Yeah,
by the end of next
we'll be
month
way over.
we're gonna be over 700.
So you said 694?
696.
Yeah, well, by the end of the fucking 2 days from now, we'll be over that.
Yeah.
This one here, if it doesn't count. We have a new movie review dropping this week.
Yep.
Yep.
We also have an interview with the director from that new movie review that's going to be dropping this week. We're going to have all the videos from Carl's. We're going to have 3 more award acceptance videos. It's going to be madness, yo.
Big Roo dropped that Big Roo's Gang fucking shirt.
Oh, shit. Is it up?
Teespring.com right now.
Is it live?
It's up, ready to rock.
Damn.
shit.
So y'all can go peep that out.
All you motherfuckers.
All you Roo Gang fans out there can go grab one. And they're cheap as hell.
They are. It's the cheapest shirt ever. I mean, it's a Rue Game shirt. Ain't nobody gonna pay.
Ain't nobody gonna buy one.
Just go to repliconradio.com, click the Teespring link right there on the main page. It'll take you right over to our web store.
Yes. Takes you right there.
You gotta scroll. Where is it?
It better be up there. I just put the shit up there.
Yeah, it's probably at the very bottom because you didn't.
Oh, I didn't make it.
But that's all right. You gotta scroll through all the fucking freshness.
There's a lot.
Holy shit.
A lot.
Rue Gang. Number 1. Hashtag Rue Gang. It's got that super stretch logo on the front.
It won't look bad when you get it. I promise you that.
And then on the back, it says hashtag Rue Gang.
Rue Gang.
That's right.
One of these days, I'm gonna make you a better shirt.
Yeah, well, if I can find a person that can draw these draws.
Yeah, draw these draws. There you go. All you Rue Gang motherfuckers. Not only can you get a Rue Gang shirt, but it's
Probably
a Rue
should've.
Gang shirt designed by Rue himself.
I probably should have put a kangaroo on.
Probably should have put your fucking autograph on that bitch or something.
Right.
Right.
You're slacking, bro. You,
That's just the first print.
Shout out to Stare Crazy in that motherfucking YouTube chat. What's up, brother?
What up?
Stir crazy stir.
Bro, that's what I should post. I got a little outtake video from filming one of those fucking award things with fucking Stir Crazy behind the camera. I cut out the beginning because it was just, I was like, what the fuck, man? And then there's some stranger. I don't remember who was in the room, bro, when we recorded the acceptance video for Andy Sherman.
I believe it was just you and I, and Stir was behind the camera.
Yeah, and then he had a friend with him, and then there was that girl that was friends with him was there too. But there was a guy. He's not in the video, but I talked to him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who the fuck he is. I was referred to him as stranger the whole time.
Oh yeah.
But he said something, and I was like, "Did you even press the fucking button, Stir?" And he was like, "Yeah, dude, it's fucking recorded." Like, shut up. And you're like, "Bro, we're gonna have to restart this." I'm like, "We don't have to fucking restart it. We can edit it." And then the other guy said something. And I was like, "You go do it, stranger. I trust you more than I trust him." And then he said something about him being his son. He's like, "That's my son."
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "What? You're fucking old, man." And I was like, "Oh, like it was weird. It was super weird." And then like he was like, "Dude, I swear to God, it's recording." And all of a sudden, I just go, "Hey, we're live!" Like, and then the actual video started. It was so fucking weird.
Like I said,
I look like a super asshole, but it's funny.
I mean, that's
So
no
I
different
kept
than any
it.
other
I
time.
kept it because I was like, "Oh, this is someday this will be funny," but I didn't want to make that the actual video, you know. But yeah, it's funny. Killa618's in the YouTube #RueGang.
What up, killer?
Go buy that T-shirt made by Rue right now. Just click Teespring, Repliconradio.com. Bam. Oh, tonight on the show, man, we got the Hexx project. If you guys didn't know that by the title. What?
I mean, I just figured we named it that just to name it that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good name.
It is.
It is a good
I wonder how'd you come up with that?
I didn't come up with it.
Oh,
It's not my project.
maybe we'll ask the Hexx how he came up with the project.
What? I mean, we're gonna learn all about the project, I think. I'm very unknowledgeable, and I can't wait to learn more about it. And I'll probably be scared, as I mentioned last time. I will be frightened. What's going on in this other chat room? All you guys in the OG chat room should just go over to YouTube so I can see you. Shout out to Heather. Shout out to Seamus. Shout out to Ron Jump.
You can't even see the YouTube chat.
You're right. Shout out to Hey Merle.
Hey, Merle.
Shout out to Big Roo in the chat.
All right,
What?
jump.
Big Roo are killing it. But yeah, man. Lots of freshness over at the YouTube channel. So if you don't already, head on over there and click that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. And get notified.
Hell
'Cause
yeah.
You never know. Especially this weekend, we're all going to be together. There'll probably be some. You never know what's going to pop up. We did one of our first ever little like live side things when we went to Carl's for the first time.
Oh yeah, while we were just sitting there talking.
Yeah, like waiting to get.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And then we got some random homeless guy talking about running from the cops and shit. That
all
was
kinds of
fucking.
crazy.
That was crazy.
Was that the first time you was there?
Maybe.
Yeah.
My first time there was last time we was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the first time we were there.
I was gonna say, I
Drop
wasn't
kicks and tomatoes. I always see it because it's like when I look at the YouTube stats, it was one of like you and me on the road to we were going to
there. Gathering.
I don't think it was the Gathering. It was after that. Maybe Astro.
Louder
All the way
Than
to
Life.
church.
Louder Than Life.
The thing
Church.
says church. Maybe it was Alleluia. But it was the first time we ever had enough subscribers to get super chats. We were live in the car driving.
No, we were sitting in the parking lot.
Oh,
Are
no.
you talking about that? Okay.
Yeah, that was
okay.
literally the first day. Like they were just like, "Your super chats are live." So we're like,
You have your
"We're in the
ears
fucking
on.
car going live."
I yelled at him about
But
hearing
then-
earlier. Can you hear?
But then, like the next, we didn't do the show on YouTube.
yeah.
Then we
Oh.
didn't do, you know what I'm saying? So we didn't really have an opportunity to do any of that stuff.
Right.
So then the next time was me and him in the car at,
Wherever
I
the
think
fuck
what
we
was
were.
that? Was that Shrunken Head Fest?
Yeah.
You didn't make it to Shrunken Head, yeah. So yeah, it had to be
Yeah,
Shrunken
it had
Head
to have been
Fest.
Shrunken Cat Head, yeah.
Yeah, we did two, and yeah, that was dope. I don't know what the point of that story was, but it was cool. You should go back and watch that shit, everyone. called drop kicks and tomato sauce, and I don't remember why.
There's something that we were talking about in the video.
Yeah, there's something.
Still one of the best titles that we've had on one of our videos.
Right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I remember it. I couldn't tell you what half of our videos are, but I remember drop kicks and tomato sauce. What the fuck is that about?
I think that should just be every time we go live, just drop kicks and tomato sauce.
And then
Right?
people will probably get confused on which one to watch.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta watch them all.
1, then 2.
There you go. 1, 2, 3, tomato sauce, Anyway. What else is popping off, man? As Rue mentioned, we'll be at Carl's Tavern this weekend. You guys should be there.
I'm excited. I'm going to Xavier Wolf Tuesday with my buddy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Thinking about getting footage
Like
there.
tomorrow?
Is he like a real wolf?
I don't know.
Tomorrow?
Is he a werewolf?
Yeah, tomorrow, Tuesday.
Dope.
Yeah.
You should.
I'm going to do that it's at the new Foo Bar.
It's probably at the old Foo Bar still.
Still, they haven't changed it over
As far
yet?
as I know, yeah.
Because they
It
changed
was-
the name on their Facebook to Red Flag or whatever.
Well, it was supposed to be last week at that Head PE show, and they said they're at least 2 weeks behind.
I thought they were already fucking...
That was supposed to be the first night there, and then something happened in construction.
Ah.
It's literally right across the street, though. Huge.
Yeah.
So you think they opened up? Are they relocated it?
Literally across the street in a way bigger, bigger.
So instead of just doing construction in your own fucking building and opening up the wall,
I think it's like super nicer. I mean, I haven't been
Is it?
inside yet, but from what I'm told, it's
yeah,
like
I can see that.
way bigger, way nicer. It probably has restrooms attached.
Yeah, they don't have a fucking hole in the top of the ceiling.
Yeah, I was
probably a
really
little
looking
cleaner
forward
right now.
to seeing it, but I didn't. So
It's probably way cleaner for like the first month.
yeah. But yeah, super famous super show this Saturday, Carl's Tavern, 433 Broadway Street, New Haven, Indiana. If you don't know where Carl's Tavern is, you can Google it because we live in the world of internet.
That we do.
But yeah, super famous fun time guys, Fans and the Hooligans, Mad Max, Aaron Romero, Nasty Inc., Young Ruck, Stig Monster, Sonic Fright, Replicon Radio, In the Pit, Photography, Fam Ham, Fuck It Buckets, Ice Machine, Nettie and Davis. It's going down.
Yeah.
We have to video it because we won't remember it.
Too much trunk.
Buckets!
Too many fucking buckets and trunk beer.
Trunk beer.
Which, by the way, fucking buckets are secret menu items. So if you ask for it by name, they'll know what you're talking about.
Is it a secret menu item?
Mm-hmm. And they make it strong as shit if you ask for it. It's kind of one of those things that if you know, you know.
Well, if we're there, you should know.
Yeah, you should. Well, we're going to tell them. We're going to fucking make sure that they know.
It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time.
Is it?
It should. As long as Rue is in the right mood, it'll be a good time.
I think it's gonna be way better than a good time.
Would you
I think it's gonna be fantastic.
I think it's going to be super fantastic.
Super fantastic.
Ooh, Cookie Crisp.
No.
That shit hurts the roof of your mouth.
Ron, you should go to that. What do you
That
mean you
shit's
wanted
like-
to go to that?
That shit's like fucking Captain Crunch, bro.
Yeah, it is.
I wanted to go to that. And you know it hasn't happened yet, right?
What hasn't happened yet?
The show. That's this Saturday at Carl's
This
Tavern.
Saturday, March 7th.
So there's still time.
7th.
So yeah,
It's basically what he's saying.
you can't past tense want to go to something that hasn't happened yet. Right?
Well, maybe he wanted to go to it, but he can't.
Yeah, maybe there's not opportunities. Maybe all the hotels sold out in the area because it's going to be such a jam-packed show.
That's possible.
People aren't as rich as you and Dead Body Man be.
I'm not rich.
We just can't afford to pack up and go to Chicago for a couple hours.
From
turn around,
Louisville
come right back.
to Carl's Tavern, it's 3 hours and 42 minutes.
He's got to go to the doctor. He got surgery on Thursday, so no show for him. So he's gonna be laid up all week.
Well, that's understandable then.
Yeah. Told you he probably just had something else to do.
Well, just because you have something else to do doesn't mean it's important. Surgery is important.
Yeah.
We'll let you slide this time, Mr. Jump. Next time, though.
I'm gonna be on that ass.
That's right. But, yeah. Shit. I feel like there's so much happening and there's nothing happening. There's all these things. So many feelings.
Can't you just blow your load all in once? You're just like, I'm gonna talk about 100% of everything right now, and then it's just
all of it.
And then it's like,
well, all I
now
talked about was
about?
videos that are on our channel from the last week. I wouldn't say that's everything.
Yeah, they got me looking at all of our videos.
That told me I'm excited about videos. I made a trip to Chicago and I went to C2E2. That's where those videos came from.
Yeah.
I went there.
Yes, you did.
Shout out to C2E2 for allowing us press access to their beautiful event, which is the reason I didn't want to miss it, because we were graciously offered to be there to cover it. So I kind of last minute made it there, since we couldn't necessarily afford a whole big journey. I made it there for one day and drove back to make sure we at least got a little bit of coverage, got some pictures, saw some cool cosplay, watched the Aero panel, met up with Uncle Lloyd Kaufman was out there.
Toxic.
Yeah.
You seen one of the homeboys out there too, didn't you?
Relish brand.
There you go.
I actually got to meet Derek for the first time in real life.
Yeah.
That was cool. And his crew, they were super nice. They made me drink some nasty shit.
They're super nice. They made you drink nasty shit.
It
sounds like they were horrible people.
They had like drink at their booth, and he was offering me drink. I was like, no, I gotta drive. I got a fucking almost a 5-hour drive back home after I just drove 5 hours and spent 7 here.
Did you get that on video?
Yeah.
You turning down a drink?
Well, no. I got me drinking on the video.
Oh, well.
Because they were like, he was telling a lot of their brand is based out of Chicago. A lot of like Juggalos know him because he does all Ouija Max merch. He does a lot of ICP merch. They do it like he's a dope artist. He's the Replicon Radio Award winner now. He won the fucking Graphic Artist Designer of the Year.
I think you refusing to drink would have got more hits.
Right. Well, I didn't know that was going to happen to record it.
I think any of us refusing a drink would get more hits.
But yeah, they were just telling me about, they have like there's an Eagle shirt, and he was telling me how it's like a local thing, like it was some shitty ass commercial back in the day that was so shitty it became popular type of new thing.
Yeah.
And they have a shirt with the dude on it, and like some other Chicago shit, and then they had the Chicago handshake shirt. I was like, what the fuck's the Chicago handshake? And they're like, it's right here. And they had it on the table, and it's some liquor.
That's not a hand at all. That's liquid.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but they're like, you should do it. He's like, oh no, you just said he was fucking driving. He's like, well, his buddy was like, he's got plenty of time. And I was like, he's right. I mean, if it's a tradition, I guess I'll do it. So I did it, and it was terrible. It tastes like rubber bands.
How do you know what a rubber band tastes like?
Well, you get a Chicago handshake, and you'll know as well.
I don't even know I don't know if I can compare it to a rubber band. I don't know what a rubber band would taste like.
I bet you would.
You would just know. You know in your heart. That's something you're born with.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Like, you know what a penny tastes like, but you ain't never put the penny in your mouth.
I don't know what a penny tastes like.
Well, it just tastes like fucking other people's pockets.
Yeah. Well, it tastes grosser than that.
What the fuck are you
what
guys
up,
putting
Lindsay?
in your mouth?
Hey. We love you too. Shout out.
You guys are fucking nasty. You guys put wieners in your mouth too?
Oh, yeah?
Oscar Myers.
Nothing but pure beef.
Hey, Oscar.
Nothing but pure beef.
I don't care how you went with that. It just sounded bad no matter what.
Yeah.
Come here, Oscar.
Frank's, and I'd have been like, what's his last name?
Come here, Oscar. Fill up my bun, baby.
Hey, Oscar.
I put bars.
Oh, yeah. Bar S.
Yeah, bar S.
Great value wieners. Speaking of great value, next week on the show, man, we got the homeboy Zitro.
Great value.
We got the homeboy Zitro.
Yeah.
He's a great value.
He is a great value.
He is a great value.
He's got great value music out there, too.
You can literally go listen to it for free on Spotify. That's a great fucking value.
That dude is super dope.
Super dope. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, I drank the fucking rubber band shit. And then Relish brand, it was their turn too. We killed the bottle. There's a video. I'll put it up someday. Someday. Just some more phone editing.
Yeah. Oh, gee, oh, God.
Yeah!
It's so zoomed in you can't even see the bottles.
But
being
it
drank.
was cool, man. I'm hoping next year, man. It's the date they what the fuck are the dates? It's like March. It's March next year instead of February. But I hope we can all go because it's fucking massive.
Oh, I want to go.
90,000 plus people there. It's insane. There's fucking 100 fucking panels going on, like huge celebrities, and it's just.
Well, I will have an extra week next year.
It's a lot. It's a lot of shit, but it's a lot of dope shit, and it's something cool we can cover. And
Might have 2 extra weeks.
Nice.
I thought Dirk was on the list to be there, but he was not there.
He was there last year.
Well, Twisted and Dirk, they're all there. They had like.
Oh, I remember the live stream they were doing.
Yeah.
And they did a wicked show.
Didn't they go to a different con though? Like one.
The big San Diego Comic Con. Yeah, they did that too.
Oh, okay.
And the New York one.
Oh, okay.
Dirk like goes like damn near almost every one of them.
Yeah,
but he wasn't there. His name was on the list. His booth was like listed, and then he just wasn't there.
Wonder if something.
Source
came up.
Point was there, and Travis was there, and all those guys were there, but Dirk was not. Yeah, I don't know. I thought about like messaging him, but it wasn't really important.
Yeah. What are you gonna say? Hey, you're not here.
Where you at, bud?
Yeah.
I just drove to Chicago to see you, bud. Where you at? Trying to get a comic book.
Yeah. Can you give me one?
You got one of those comics, man? Let me get one of them comics. You got a cheeseburger?
I'll mail you one.
Right.
I'll suck your Oscar for a comic book.
Whoa. How did you know he called?
I think P knows a little too much.
Yeah.
You trying to tell us that's what he calls it, his Oscar?
Yeah.
You want to see my Oscar? I ain't talking about the award.
Not talking about the little green guy in the trash can.
Right.
It's like he just shut down.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was responding to an email about a movie.
Oh.
It's not a new one. It's the one. The one that's going up this week.
Ah.
They're asking for it.
Okay.
The review?
Well, we should probably shoot it.
Tell them we're going to shoot it on the 7th. It'll be up on the 27th. See how we do business around here?
Did you tell him that the studio lighting is in fact on right now for it?
I didn't know.
The lighting's on. Tell him it's post-edit or pre-edit right now.
Oh, they want us to send it to
They're
them
just
first.
making sure. No, they're just making sure we get it up this week because the movie comes out this Friday.
Hey.
Yeah.
They want us to put it up before Friday?
Yeah. It's to promote a movie that you want you to go see.
Oh,
it.
we're promoting.
Well, do you want to edit this one on your phone?
So
'Cause,
we're not
I'm not
really
gonna be
doing
able to
it.
edit it tomorrow.
So we're not really doing a review. We're promoting.
We're calling it a review.
I don't know how to answer that question.
Yes.
No, we're not doing a review. We're promoting the
The
movie.
answer is yes. So what's the point of doing a review?
If one of us were to say something bad about it, it's not really trying to promote people to go see it.
People say bad things about people all the time and usually get some more views. Have you ever been on the
So
internet?
why the fuck do you guys stop me?
What? No. We say do it tastefully. We say do it tastefully, not like
Yes.
this movie was fucking garbage. It's terrible.
There's no
Fucking-
taste in this mouth.
Yeah, I can tell.
That is also true.
That is true.
Ugh. What up, Ouija Loke?
Maybe that's why you taste rubber bands and pennies.
It could be.
And wieners.
Wiener.
So yeah, I want to rewind something we talked about last week, and I was talking to a coworker of mine, and she made me feel fucking retarded.
Okay. I like her already.
So remember last week I was telling the story about P and I and a couple buddies of ours. We went out to this fucking, we don't even know what the hell this place was.
Yeah. The ghost story.
Yeah, and it was like really fucking scary. It was like they had this like shrine of
Why
shit.
are we talking about this again? That's what you wanted to fucking bring back up? Fuck.
So yeah, because it's not as scary as we fucking thought it was.
Yes, it was. We were there. How you
No, dude. Not after I looked into what it was and what I was told what it was. So what it is it's a fucking church. It's a Catholic fucking church, and they got monks that live on the fucking property, and that's what the fuck we seen opening up the door.
Well, that
right?
makes it way less cool.
Right. So I gave her a fucking mouthful because the experience I had was way better than what the fuck she was telling me. But she did say if you go further back, it does get a little more creepier because there's like actually sidewalks that you can walk on. Like
They're monks with black eyes. I don't care what kind of fucking story you tell me of what it really is. I know what we really saw. It doesn't change what happened.
I understand, but
just because someone tells you what it, you know what I mean? Like,
but if you go there like a day, it's less creepier.
I'm sure it probably is less creepier.
And there's like, and they got little things that tell you
incognito.
the meanings. It's called the Black Madonna. Okay, and it's located out a little bit past Eureka.
I think you're right. Now that you said that, I recall.
So, yeah, it's just a religious facility.
It doesn't mean it's not fucking. There's not shit going on.
It was creepy at like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, and those people didn't have eyes at 10 o'clock at night.
Well, because we couldn't.
That's the part you're missing here. Like,
I mean, they probably had faces. We just couldn't see them because of the fucking lights.
No.
I don't know. Shit was scary though. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
You're just fucking. Someone told you something, and now you're not believing your own fucking shit you saw.
No, I believe what I saw.
Was she holding a bag of Cheetos?
Because I told her what I saw.
Like fuck shit, bro. Like don't listen to people. See that shit with your own eyes, fam.
No, but then
it scared your own fucking soul. Not what the fuck she told you later. Well, it's actually this. No, bitch.
I've seen it. I physically saw the panic from both of you guys last week recanting.
Yeah.
From what I seen, it was nothing like she fucking described. Okay, so I flat out told her that.
So we saw what it really was. She's telling you what it's supposed to be, or what it appears to be, like the fucking government. You know what I'm saying?
That could be a great possibility.
Hey, look at us. We're here to help.
And was she there back then, like back in the day?
Oh, she's gone. Yeah, she's gone there before.
Okay. I was gonna say,
she actually was telling me about it before I even told her what the story.
Like how much time had gone between when you guys had went and when she had went?
Yeah, but have you ever seen any movie in the history of the world? Shit's not what it seems to be.
Yeah, ever.
No. So she saw what it seems to be. We happened upon what it actually the fuck is, and it's the goddamn devil.
No, she actually started explaining to me.
We saw black-eyed Madonna.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
And she asked, she goes, "Did you guys walk further back? Because you guys would have really got creeped out. Because apparently, like, they have like Jesus up on crosses and shit."
Well, they have the actual Jesus is there.
I mean, it looks. She said it looks pretty fucking real. That we probably would have flipped our fucking leg and probably called the cops.
I mean, if actual Jesus is there, I'll go back.
Only one way to find out.
During the day, I would like to see Jesus.
We could do a live stream of us going there.
During the day?
During the day.
I'm not going there at night, though.
Well, I'm just saying that.
If I'm going to get attacked by black-eyed soulless people, it's going to be during the fucking afternoon.
Well, we could do.
Okay. I want to see these motherfuckers come.
No, we can't.
I want to know what's eating my soul.
Well, that's a idea for a video to do.
There you go.
Let's take a field trip out there.
No, we can't do that anymore.
What?
That was young Rue without a pistol. This is big Rue with a fucking pistol.
Yeah.
I don't know if
somebody might get shot during the process.
Can't kill the motherfucker that's already dead. Ain't you ever listened to what Blaze Dead Homie record?
Well, I'm sure gonna try.
He died 11 times and he still ain't dead.
We can just paint our face because wicked clowns never die.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's a superpower.
That is more believable.
What?
Wicked clowns never die.
More believable than what? Blaze is a dead homie?
Yeah, then Blaze died 11 times.
He said it in a song.
I know.
He was resurrected by Dark Lotus.
Huh.
And then became part of Dark Lotus. Like there's something missing in that story.
Well, he died and then Dark Lotus. I
think you're right.
There's no details there.
Doesn't tell the whole
Yeah,
story.
but didn't the Lotus like help raise him? Wasn't that like in the intro and shit?
I don't know. I have no idea what you speak.
I mean, speaking of Juggalo clout, fam.
You gotta go back to disc 1.
Now is this pre-release with Mars or is this the shitty
it's
one?
Same on both.
I'm talking about Blaze's not Blaze's fucking EP. Did it even have a name? What was the name of the Blaze's EP?
Blaze You Dead Homie.
Yeah. Well, Blaze's
I think that's
first
the name of the EP.
The intro, they like raise him from the dead, and it's like Lotus is involved. Lotus raised him from the dead. And that was before Lotus album actually came out. And then the Lotus album came out. with Mars. And Blaze was a member.
Tart fucking Lotus.
Lotus.
Pretty sure the power of the Lotus is what raised the dead. Which
Is that what?
brought Blaze back to life.
Because I thought the first release that he had was
EP. That's the one with the orange cover on it, right?
I think it was One Less G, but they remade it.
There's one. There was one before that. Blazy Dead Homie EP with the orange cover.
Yeah. And then they eventually added it as part of One Less G extended cut. And like took 2 tracks off, the intro and the Shit Talkers track.
Oh, I didn't know that Casket Maker was an EP.
Oh yeah, I got it. I got that shit.
Oh, I got it too. It was his last good album.
Hey Ron, you made it over to YouTube.
Fuck, that was 2016. That was already 4 years ago. Holy shit.
Casket Maker.
Yeah.
And I got one of the last Casket Maker jerseys.
Oh.
Hello, Dana. You made it back. Stranger Dana. I feel like they haven't been here in a while. He's been missed.
Last week?
I don't know. Were they here last week? Was I here last week?
I
feel like it's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been a while.
Since I first saw you.
It has been a while since you first saw me.
Damn, Casket Factory peaked pretty high.
8th grade or something the first time you saw me.
Oh, I know. We was youngins.
Casket Factory did what?
It peaked pretty well on the charts when it came out.
Oh yeah, dude, that fucking album's dope.
Let's see, it was 89 overall in the U.S. It was number 6 in the R&B, 4 on the indie charts, 5 on the rap charts.
Does Blaze make a bad album?
By all accounts, Blaze is not the best lyricist. I'm sorry. I know that's supposed to be my twin, but he's not a good lyricist.
I think he's got a couple good lines in a lot of his songs.
I think he's got a couple good lines in a lot of songs.
I think you got
and you take 100 songs, he's got a couple good lines in all of them.
You guys are answering 2 different questions though.
Yeah.
What?
Because he didn't ask if he was a good lyricist. He just said, does he make bad albums?
Oh.
Yeah. That is.
Well, then I did not answer his question.
No, you just skipped right over and said, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
Just because he doesn't say anything worth saying doesn't mean it's not good to listen. Fun to listen.
I mean, you got to put yourself in that mind frame when you're listening, though.
I enjoy Blaze.
I haven't heard.
Blaze doesn't write most of his music, from my understanding, so I don't know.
Well, who writes it for him now?
I don't know. Probably Jamie.
I haven't heard a bad.
That's nice of him.
Man, I've heard a couple
honestly,
tracks, and I was like, I don't want to listen to it, but
I'm sure he writes his own raps, probably. But
there's a lot of tracks that he has that I
heard that Jay was writing for him when he was on Psychopathic.
He was.
Yeah.
But you heard that they put the fucking Forgotten Freshness 6, the Walk It Out song, by Jay's version, scratch version.
Wow.
Which is so weird to hear.
It is.
But I was, especially back then, like Jamie did. I don't know if he wrote his raps or what. I know he wrote most, from my understanding. I could be completely wrong. I know he wrote the majority of One Less G, especially most of the hooks.
Well, I can understand that because it was his first studio album and all that stuff, and we now know how he likes to control at least the first couple of releases of an artist.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Well, I'm saying, but it was Jamie, not Jay.
Oh, I thought you said Jay.
Jamie. But that was their boy that they were bringing on, like.
Yeah.
Because his first, if you remember, like he was just a crew member. He was like, he'd load shit and fucking run, and then they let him on Riders. That was his first rap ever as Blaze.
Was it?
As an artist? Yeah, on the Riders.
Well, associated with them.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was like his chance, and then they did the EP. But they were all before Twisted became Twisted.
What were they before?
In between House of Crazies and Twisted, before they got signed to Psychopathic, they were making songs with Blaze, and they were going to be called the ISI.
They was the shit back then.
Like 2 of their demos for Psychopathic that got them signed was featuring all 3 of them.
And they shit.
But they didn't want all 3 of them, which is they got on, and then they brought Chris later. Woo!
And then Chris left his homeboy ABK behind.
No, then he did the same thing with ABK. Like,
Well, he brought him on the psychopath.
if they would have just stuck to that format, man, they would have just kept doing it. Bring up the next guy. Bring up the next guy. Just shut up.
Yep.
I burped.
What track was he on Psychopathic Riders?
Most of them?
And like he just did
I'm pretty sure
no,
all of
no,
them.
I'm saying like I didn't know if it was just a couple of
Yeah,
features
no,
or whatever.
No, they put that because it was like Riders was never important.
You really are the worst
It
juggalo.
was fun.
No, I'm looking
Riders-
at the guest. I'm looking at his guest appearances on
Riders
here, on his
originally wasn't going to
Wikipedia.
be released. It was just something they did for fun,
Yeah,
and they ended up releasing it. And then people heard Blaze, and they were like, "Oh, this dude's dope." So then they made the EP.
oh, because I'm looking at his guest appearances on his Wikipedia, and the first one they list is Hound Dogs.
That was probably his first.
Official.
I mean,
Hound Dog,
Riders
yeah,
wasn't
shit.
even a thing back. It was like a secret Juggalo thing back in the day. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when that first came out, it wasn't listed anywhere.
Yeah.
It was Joe and Joey Records. You had to buy it at the merch table. And
I
shit.
saw that
Like,
on there. So he had a bunch of them come out on Joey Records.
He is also known as Cell Block.
Like Dumpin', right? Well, I guess Dumpin',
Dumpin'
Riding
was
Dirty.
one,
Yeah, those two.
Dumpin' was the first one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
We learning.
Well, they have it in a different chart here. Let's see. List of albums with selected chart positions. It's weird. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I see what's going on here.
I don't.
I see what's going on here.
I have no idea what's happening.
Oh, they're saying that his first appearance is on Lotus. 98. I don't know why they listed 98 to 2017. But
Because that's when Lotus was around.
is that when they first formed? Is 98?
They didn't put a record out.
I was going to say the first record on here is saying 01.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
Yeah,
Shit.
dude. I mean, you got One Less G in the Hood. That was a great album. Colton Grundy was a good album. Clockwork Gray was a great album. Gang Rags was decent for a few songs that were on it. The Casket Factory, that was a badass album.
No, Blaze put out good records. He's had some songs that are.
Yeah, there's
Whatever.
a couple
He's
songs that I'm like,
Blaze is
eh.
always entertaining. He's entertaining.
Definitely good to see live.
Everything except for the Pantera covers. Don't do any more of those. Please.
Nowhere on Wikipedia does it say anything about the Fruit Pie Magician.
Well, they didn't listen to Replicon Radio, I guess.
That is true. They couldn't fit it in the 2 lines of description that they had on here.
That's funny.
No, I'm looking at his discography.
Shot.
What does his Wikipedia say?
Big Brew rapping over there.
Oh,
Big Brew rapping over there.
I was rapping Saturday.
Were you?
Yeah, I went to the fucking the Battlehawks fucking game, and
Did
it
you?
was the football game, the Battlehawks football game, and it was fucking phenomenal.
What other type of games do the Battlehawks play?
That's it. It's football.
Okay. I was wondering you were like putting.
I mean,
extreme
well, I
emphasis
don't want to
on-
get them confused with the Seattle Seahawks.
Ah.
So the Battlehawks, the St. Louis Battlehawks. Yes, caw. Yeah, that was super fun.
so you got tickets to that?
I did actually. A buddy of mine called me up, said I got an extra ticket if you want to go, and I said, well,
Oh,
yeah, I
okay.
want to go.
I was gonna say because I wanted to know how much he paid for it.
$22.
What?
But he
They were
got
like $100.
When I looked on Ticketmaster, it was like 103.
Yeah, but he got tickets through a Pee Wee football league,
Uh huh.
and so they were cheaper tickets.
He was a pervert.
And it was before the season, I guess, started.
Oh yeah, it was
Or it
cheaper
was
before
like
the season.
Or it was like the first weekend.
Yeah, it was like 30 something the first when they first announced it, and then I didn't know they hiked them up that quickly.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
And then like everybody that was a season ticket holder, that's a season ticket holder
Wow.
right now, they're guaranteed the $200 payment because it was season tickets for $200. They're guaranteed that for 3 years, and then after that, it's gonna go
Probably sky high.
Yeah. Probably won't be too bad. They'll probably just go up like another $100.
Yeah.
But tickets will be outrageous, and then they'll just keep doing that like every couple of years. They'll keep raising them up. I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, dude, it was super fun, and I swear to God, dude, that for them only having half the stadium open.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, it's louder than fucking in Seattle. Like they say, Seattle's arena is the loudest arena in the NFL. Well, we put them to shame come Saturday. We fucking knocked them out of the park.
Always in the red.
It was so loud, dude. Like everybody.
Well, maybe because half of the stadium was empty, it was echoing.
Maybe, but I feel like if we filled that whole stadium, which I know we can, dude, it's you ain't even gonna be able. You're gonna need earplugs to be sitting in there.
I wonder when they're gonna open up the whole stadium.
It'll probably be next year.
Yeah,
it won't be this year.
I guess they really haven't built up the facility. I mean, it hasn't been used.
I mean, everything's fine. It's just they're looking at cost because now you got to get more vendors, and then you got to get. They already went from 30 vendors to 60 after the first game. They only had 30 vendors, and they didn't have enough. So with the bottom bowl being open, they added 60 more vendors, and then like all the snack areas were open, and that's probably where they're going to stay at for now. But next year, as we build revenue, because McMahon actually put enough money up to run the league for 3 years without making a dime.
Yeah. St.
Louis is #1 revenue right now.
Hey.
So we're making money here.
It's such a shitty football town.
And, dude, all our sports teams do. We're fucking crazy for it.
Oh yeah,
it really. We're probably one of the best.
Just wait until we get an MLS team here, and like people become feverish for that. Like people get annoyed with us about the Cardinals. Just imagine when we get an MLS
stadium
team
right now, so we got one.
Yeah, we got. No, I'm saying when it starts up and all that stuff. Dude,
I want to say it's supposed to start up in 2022.
When that starts taking off, and like we get a feverish team here because that's not just well another one against we're going against Alabama, we're going against Texas. No, we're going against Italy, we're going against France, we're going against England. Like we're battling the world in MLS.
I'm not a soccer guy, but I think it's a great idea. But I don't think St. Louis is ready for that yet. That's my opinion. But I'm going to get proven wrong, which is fine. I hope I do.
People are going to get shot.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to be crazy. Like
people wild out at soccer games.
There's people that I follow that like in other states. Like I will
go to one. I will go to a soccer game.
I think Atlanta, they have an MLS team or something like that, and there's somebody that I follow on random on social, and they go to those games, and those fucking games are nuts. The stadium is sold out.
Yeah, I can't watch this shit on TV, but I could go there and watch it.
Oh, it's fucking nuts. It's like tailgating inside the fucking venue.
I'll definitely go check out a soccer game for sure. Like I know when we had like the steamers and the ambush and shit like that, indoor soccer, dude, that shit was fun to go see.
I went to that as a kid. That was different.
Yeah, I mean, I played indoor soccer, so for me to see them guys playing was super cool to me because I got to play on their fucking field, so that was even more dope to me. But just sitting there watching them guys play, and it was entertaining and it was fun. But I watch the shit on TV. We watch these knuckleheads play outside, and I'm like, fuck this. Let me watch fishing. I'd rather watch fishing on TV than soccer.
Damn.
I went to a couple Sporting KC games when I used to sell timeshare and shit. We'd work them. Dude, that shit was fucking I was like, what is this? Because I went to ambush and storm games and shit like that. Hey, that was weak pussy shit. That was nothing. That was like the kids playing in the street or something.
Yeah.
This was like fucking riot mode. Like,
yeah.
It was like the crowd the whole time. Like, just it was the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, constantly throughout the whole thing. It was everyone's just fucking pouring fucking liquor and beers all over themselves, screaming. Fucking, and it was, dude,
Yeah, them
I was
people are
like,
fucking
holy
nuts.
shit.
Like them
dude.
diehard
Like,
soccer fans are fucking nuts.
Oh yeah.
And everybody, everyone was wilding out, and then everyone had scarves. And I was like, what the fuck's the deal with the scarves? I have one. I bought one. They were dope. Got a Sporting KC scarf.
Because that's kind of like their jersey.
But it was like the craziest party sporting. I was like, I've been to every sporting event. I worked them. You know what I mean? I never seen no shit like that. Nothing.
Wait till you go to a Battlehawks game, son. That shit's fucking lit.
I mean, I went to fucking like 40 Rams games.
Oh no, like okay, so I was saying this to like a lot of fucking people, even people I was sitting by. I'm like, I didn't know. I'm like, dude, this shit right here puts the Rams to fucking shame.
Yeah.
Like even when we were at our highest peak and our best, these fans and this team is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like everybody is so fucking gung ho. Like you go to a Rams game and everybody's just kind of like, okay, cool. NFL football. Oh yeah, we scored a touchdown. No, when we score a touchdown, dude, the whole fucking place erupts. Everybody's screaming. Everybody's fucking hollering. When it's third down, everybody's fucking screaming deep, to fuck up the offense.
Defense.
I mean, everybody's just going fucking crazy, and you'll hear one side say battle, and then the other side will say Hawks, and it just goes. I mean, it's everybody gets involved in it, man. It's fucking crazy, and I know it's probably still new, and that's why. But we had the Cardinals here, football Cardinals here for a while, and then they left in '87, and then we didn't get the Rams until like '98.
I think this situation's a little bit different. They were literally handed a bowl of gasoline, and they're like, here, all you got to do is light it on fire. And
it worked.
It worked because
It worked.
with the whole situation with the Rams, we were so burned out on them for so many years, and then how that ended.
Yeah, but we still, like, everybody went to the games, though. It didn't matter how bad they sucked. Everybody still went to the game.
Yeah.
So we always had a crowd for football. Always. Even when Kroenke already knew he was going to move the fucking team. That's why he didn't put no fucking money into it.
Yeah.
That's why he tried to let them be as shitty as possible. So we would be like, you know what, take these fucking Rams and get out of here. But that didn't happen. So he just packed up and he said, fuck St. Louis, fuck you people. I'm taking my team and I'm fucking moving them.
Yeah.
But he was trying to get us so hard. He was trying to get us to say, fuck you and take the team out of here. We don't want them no more. And that didn't happen. It backfired. His plan backfired in his fucking face. And it was hilarious. But in the end, we got fucked.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Fuck it, whatever. I don't dislike the Rams because of their piece of shit owner. No. I like the Rams. They have a great team. They have a lot of talent on that fucking team.
Now they do.
I mean, yeah, as soon as
fucking trash when they were here.
As soon as he moved them, he started sinking money into
Well,
it.
yeah. I mean, it was very obvious. The first year he made it to the playoffs. I mean, when was the last time they made it to the playoffs in St. Louis?
It was fucking like 2000 and fucking like 5 or 6.
Exactly, because he didn't put no money into it. It's like, fuck them.
Well, even when, like, that's when Georgia had a team. He didn't get the team until like 2000 and I want to say like 2010 or so. And then he kind of put a little bit of money in there. And like our drafting system fucking sucked. And now their drafting system's like, oh, we know what the fuck we're doing all of a sudden.
Who would have figured?
Yeah, no, dude, it was fucking retarded. And I get so fucking pissed when I start talking about Stan Kroenke because he's a fucking idiot. I'm glad Reggie Bush sued the fuck out of him and got his fucking $10 million he fucking deserved or whatever the fuck it was. Might have been like $30 million because he got hurt on the turf out here.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Turf war.
But he sued the fuck out of Stan Kroenke. Kroenke's like, take me to court, motherfucker. Okay, bet.
Kroenke.
And sure to shit, guess who won the fucking case?
Replicon Radio.
Shit, I wish we won $10 million.
Yeah, right? Or $8 million.
Or just $8. Speaking of that, super chats are open. If you guys are tuned in over on YouTube, you're more
And
than
sticker
welcome
chats.
to send us super or sticker chats. Or you can just go to repliconradio.com, and I'm pretty sure that donate now thing's still there. You can click that and just give us money directly. YouTube,
We don't
take
even-
75% of it.
We don't even know if it works.
Or you could just go buy a Team Roo shirt.
Oh, you can. Roo Gang.
Roo Gang, that's it. Roo Gang. It's so new, I can't,
Right?
They're available. Along with a slew of other precious merchandise for you to wear on your bodies.
You know what? I'll put another one up, but the other one's gonna be a little bit more because it's gonna have more on it.
There you go. Rep the Replicon. Be part of the Rue gang.
Hell yeah.
Do the Rue thing. And you can dance like Rue does at the end of the award video.
Yes. That's a treat for everybody right there.
I honestly did not know that was gonna be on it.
Neither did I.
But when I saw it, I laughed my fucking ass off. I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Surprise!
when I was editing the video, I saw that internet and it just hit me because I took the clips out and I put them at the end of the video. I was like, all right, that'll be cool at the end of the video. I was like, huh? And it hit me and I was like, oh. I was like, all right, I gotta find a fucking song to put this to.
You found it
YouTube,
perfect.
royalty-free music.
Well, the editor that I have has a whole list of songs on there, and I was like, boop, boop. It's like, oh, that's perfect.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that worked.
Dude, I was laughing so hard for so long when I was editing that in. Oh my god. It's all about finding the hidden gems within our videos.
Right.
If I can find them, I'm gonna pull them.
Pull them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see what this is. See, that's gotta be stretched out. That's gonna be tiny, little as fuck.
He's watching porn again.
Oh.
Bro.
Oh, boy.
So it's tiny. It's gonna be stretched out.
You used that SD card already, huh?
Yeah.
Filling up the cam.
That's a lot of porn.
Jeez,
256 gigs. Fucking do it up. Oh.
Like E40.
Oh.
Oh my
Put
god.
that on the front. Ooh, put this on
This
the
has gone too far.
back.
Well, while Rue designs a t-shirt, and we have a guest
I mean, I
coming
can
up.
still talk while I'm doing this.
Well, it's time for its break time. We gotta take a quick break.
your break.
Break me off a piece of that Oscar Mayer.
No.
Oh.
You nasty, twin.
I don't care. Anyway. Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. If you're tuned into YouTube,
Breaky time.
you're gonna get a little spinny, swirly dealio on your screen there. It's not broken. It's just what we do. And we'll be back after the break, and we'll have our special guest, the Hexx Project. So if you want to hear the music, head on over to Repliconradio.com and enjoy it. If you're listening to the replay, none of this even matters to you.
And by the time we come back from break, I will have the second.
What?
Oh, you had to do it after I said something. You fucking dick. Fuck these motherfuckers.
I don't even know who they are. Fuck those guys. Fuck those
Trying
guys.
to compete with us, y'all little bitches.
Who is
Little
Pete?
bitch. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, wait a minute.
Whoa. Making me mute mics and shit.
Damn.
Trying to get us blocked.
No, it was Relic talking. I didn't know he had shit playing.
Shout out.
He always has shit play. That's all he does is read names, do shout outs, and listen to music.
Yeah, but usually it doesn't have like. Well, I mean, if he has music playing.
Was that what I was
usually on
just looking
break.
at?
No,
Oh, that was somebody different.
it's a way different.
Oh, okay.
It's true. But whatever. Anyway, we're here. We're back. We're doing it. We have a very special guest
We have a very special guest
on the line.
Okay.
on the line.
All right.
now, just like we do every week. And he's here. And we're going to learn all about him
Yes.
and his madness and his wickedry. I don't know what it is. But give it up for the Hexx Project.
Yeah, what's
It's
up?
the J
What
Hexx
up?
Project.
What's up, everybody? Yo, shout out to Repliconradio.com, for having me on. Shout out to everybody listening in. Shout out to Bad Mind. Shout out to Labyrinthine. Shout out to Keegan Grimm, Gloom. Basically, the fleet, doing the crazy horror stuff over hip hop beats. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man.
He had to get all those in case you decide to hang up on him.
Because he heard me last week talking about how I was scared. He's like, I gotta shout everybody out.
I gotta get this shit in right now.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, man, I'm just a horror fan. You know what I mean? I love a lot of boom bap, hip hop. So I just like basically merged the two together. You know, I took the perspective of a horror fan and basically added it to hip hop music. You know, like it's horrorcore, but it has a lot of like, you know, deep roots to hip hop. You know, because that was the kind of music I grew up listening to in the early '80s in New York City.
Hell yeah, absolutely. No, you can definitely, for anybody who listens or hell, even anyone who just sees your imagery, I'm sure they can tell where a lot of the inspiration comes from. But yeah, let's we're already jumping into it, man. I love it. You're on top of it. So yeah, let's do it, man.
We got this question we ask everybody.
Let's
start from the back.
Yeah. Let's have like
let's go
like
back
a
to
demon
Brooklyn,
inquisition. Man. Yeah, let's go get the torches against the guy. Let's go. I'm ready for you guys.
Well, let's do it. Let's go. We're going back to Brooklyn, man. We're going to Brooklyn in the '80s, bro. When everything got started, a young little Hexx was just discovering horror and hip hop. Like, how and what was it that kind of just got you in to being a fan of all these things? Like, how did it all kind of get started for you? What came first?
Well, to be honest with you, you know, music always been there because, you know, like everybody has like a different musical soundtrack to their lives, depending like, you know, who your family members are playing and shit. But I'll go back to like horror films. Like the first horror film I ever saw was The Exorcist. I was 3 years old.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I saw that brutal ass movie. You know, you see a little girl with her head spinning and shit, and it fucked me up. You know what I mean? So, you know, years later, I become a big horror fan. You know, I got deep into the works of like Mario Bava and Lucio Fulci and Dario Argento. You know, these are all like Italian film directors. Hardcore gore, you know, a lot of slasher films, you know, serial killer shit. And, you know, later on, like I started looking at it as art because of one man, you know what I mean? This dude named Tom Savini. You know, he did the films like The Burning and shit, Friday the 13th Part 1, Part 4. You know, this dude did Dawn of the Dead, you know, the original. So, like, he's known for his splatter effects. So, like, when I seen, like, his work, how, like, looked mad real on film, you know, like at least at the time, you know, it kind of inspired me. Like, you know, how did some dude like this, you know, come up with the idea of making a head explode by using like ordinary like table items from the hors d'oeuvres and shit and mix it in the bag and blow it up with a shotgun, you know what I mean? So, you know, my imagination has always been wild. So, you know, that was kind of like the beginning of like the horror film, and then later on, you know, the hip hop music, like the early stuff, golden era stuff as they call it, you know what I mean, like KRS-One. It wasn't until like Gang Starr stepped in the arena that I saw that storytelling could be a good medium to use in hip hop music. And then Gravediggers kind of influenced me. That's when I said, all right, horror stuff could be merged with hip hop, you know, but how would I do it? So I've always focused on it from the perspective of a fan, and I throw references in my music, you know, pretty much like double meaning, like having a visual gory meaning and then having a meaning like it actually means something, you know what I mean? Because violence should always have a purpose.
Absolutely. That's so. Before we get too ahead of ourselves, what the hell were you doing watching The Exorcist at 3 years old, bro?
I don't know. I mean, that's how people in New York roll. You know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, you know, you big enough to watch this shit. You know, they put the movie on, they throw you in front of a screen, and then you just like taking it in. Like, what the fuck am I watching here?
Make
you know what I'm saying?
Good.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was the kind of kid that my parents would look at me with concern because I would go into the VHS cassette store and I'll have, like, let's say in one hand, Transformers the animated movie, right? Lovely movie, right? But then I'll have Lucio Fulci Zombie with worms coming out the eyes on the other cover talking about, these are the ones I want to rent. And they would look at me and say, are you sure? And I say, yes, with my head, like, almost breaking off my neck. You know, shaking my head like, yes. And I'll wait until like midnight being like 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, like throughout all my years, and I just pop on a horror movie by myself late at night while everyone's sleeping. So it's kind of like a weird relationship with misery and misogyny, except you see it in movies. So I pretty much, built a lot of like the music that I do around like my experiences with films on a visual level, but I try to put things in between the lines to kind of give it a purpose. You know what I mean? Like I don't just want to talk violence just for the sake of talking violence. You know what I mean?
Just cause. I hear that. Just cause. So obviously you super got into horror as a kid. Was it? I mean, were you thinking music, or were you like? It seems like with your fascination with horror and things like that, you would more lead to like wanting to make films or being a filmmaker or special effects and or stuff like that. Like you said, how do they do this? How are they doing this? Was that kind of something you thought you were going to try to get into originally?
Well, when I was younger, I did want to be a film actor and stuff like that, but I think that kind of ties into like the whole theatrics behind like the look of my character. It's like you got a lot of people that dress in jeans and shit and, hoodies and hats or whatever. And I like that shit. I like that street shit. But I feel like, if I'm going to do like street stuff or whatever, like horror wise, like how am I going to look? Like how do I fit that kind of style? So I just basically looked at the horror film hosts of the past, like Vampirella and fucking Vincent Price and shit like that. And I was just like, I got to create a character that could tell these kind of stories, kind of like the Grim Reaper and Creep Show, similar shit like that. So, I would just basically pay homages to a lot of these films and shit. If you really listen to a lot of lyrics, you could tell like I'm a serious horror fan. You know what I mean? Like you could definitely tell, you know what I'm saying? And I just try to connect to other people that feel the same way about horror and about hip hop, because horror is reality pretty much, and I try to like represent that through the music.
That's absolutely true. Horror is reality. That's true. So you said originally, so you started. So obviously you're already into horror. You're watching all these crazy movies as growing up, so it's in your brain, and then you found like Gravediggers and Flatliners and like Ghetto Boys, stuff like that. Is that kind of the music that was like inspiring you to want to make music, or was it just something you were enjoying listening to that just kind of resonated with the horror as well?
Yeah, it resonated with me, like especially Gravediggers, because that was like the first time I got to say, all right, like I'm trying to find a direction, and when I see what they did with Diary of a Madman, the video, it was like, oh shit, you can actually do shit like this, like take horror and put it in hip hop. So at that point, like I kind of had like a certain direction where I wanted to go. I still at the same time I don't want to be like anyone else. You know what I mean? So I kind of had to like figure that out. By just making songs. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So what was it? I guess what was it that made you decide that you wanted to take the music route, let alone hip hop, just music in general, instead of actually attempting to make movies or get into like effects or anything? Like what was it that drew you away from either being in or making movies and drew you over to music instead?
Well, the music kind of resonated for me, but a lot of it has to do with the way I grew up with hip hop, like as a kid, coming up during the same time as I'm watching horror films, grindhouse shit, gangster movies, kung fu films, anime. At the time they used to call it Japanimation. They ain't even call the shit anime. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm growing up watching, things that are different than the norm. Like ideas, concepts. More adult. At a younger age, and with some people it probably made. How would you say, kind of like stir them up a little bit. I think with me, it allowed me to have a greater range of imagination, when I think about the type of songs I write. Especially as of like the later on stuff, compared to the past songs that I've made. Like I start thinking a bit deeper about like the message. Like for example, I got a song talking about, the MSD massacre, which happened like literally like a mile away from me. Talking about how the whole thing went down in detail in 6 minutes of, that carnage. So, you know, I read the newspaper stuff. I was watching it. I seen people going through it, you know, because they got kids that go to their school. And, you know, it resonated. So I didn't do the song to celebrate the killer, of course, you know what I mean? I just wanted to tell the message of how things like that could happen. And this is the kind of America we live in today. You know, it's a violent world. It always has been. We've always had the highest violent rate. You know what I'm saying? We're like the smallest fucking country. And we got a fucking death rate that's like 4 times bigger than the biggest continent available. You know, we got the highest, you know, jail rate ratio per person, you know, in the United States, you know, and a lot of it is tied into a lot of money and capitalism, you know, and control. So it's like I'm realizing shit like this, and I'm just trying to incorporate those scary ideals into the music, you know, to kind of get people like actually, you know, wake up and shit, you know what I mean? Wake up and smell the fucking coffee because we're about to die, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. No, absolutely. It's real shit. You gotta let people, you know, people are just blinded by things, or they don't want to see things. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because pain, you know what I mean? Sometimes pain is too great, so people numb themselves out, and they rather like just go along with a narrative versus thinking for themselves. But you know what I mean? That takes years to accomplish.
So you actually started like writing and recording music when you were like 14 years old. At that time period, you didn't have any sort of agenda like that, or anything like? Were you thinking things like that? Like, what was the what was the initial idea? Like, did it all start with the Hexx project? And what was the idea behind? Like, what is or who is the Hexx project?
Well, pretty much, you know, the Hexx project is just, you know, me pretty much creating new projects, you know, through albums, EPs, music, you know what I mean? I would like to do visual stuff eventually, like work with directors and do horror film scripts. You know, I don't really like limit myself to anything, but as of now, it's pretty much music. You know, basically kind of like putting a visual spin on, you know, horrorcore music, because, you know, there's a lot of good horrorcore, but there's a lot of bad horrorcore as well. You know what I'm saying? And I think like to stand out from the rest, you gotta like have something that belongs to you. Like people gotta listen to you to hear that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know you know what I mean. It's like you hear certain acts because they give you a certain feeling or certain sound style that you like. You know what I mean? So I always strive to try to be original.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, you're definitely original for sure. So from what I read online, when I was trying to like do some research, you kind of had like Hexx is almost like your bad side or your crazy side or something like that, and then there's another side which is like the Joe Black side, which is your positive personality, or like what's the story behind that? Is that something that's still going on, or?
Well, pretty much, you know, I'm a Gemini. I'm born on the same day that Biggie Smalls was, on the 21st of May. He's just 4 years older than me. You know, Geminis are real expressive people. So when I sat and I thought about like what kind of personality I wanted to take, which you get a lot of the story from, is pretty much like taking that Gemini side and creating two characters that are actually from the same coin. You know, like two sides to the same coin kind of deal. Uh-huh. So Hexx is like the more negative one. He's the one that has like that more hate in his voice, more like fierce ferocity whenever he speaks. You know, he feels indifferent to feeling or pain. He's basically kind of like a counterbalance of bad versus good. You know what I mean? And Joe Black was really meant to be more of a lighter side of things, but it also allowed me to do things in two different voices. You know what I'm saying? But it's pretty much me having conflicts with myself, like what most people do. Whenever you go through, like, for example, a situation where you have to make a fast decision, you know, you always contemplate, like, the weight and the gravity of, like, okay, you have your moments where you're like feeling good about things and you want to give your heart to people, but you know, everyone goes through pain, and then you have your moments where you feel like you don't want to really care for anyone. You know what I mean? So that was kind of like my idea of doing a counterweight balance when it came to making songs and topics that would show those two different sides. As of now, to be honest with you, I've been getting like really evolved lately. I'm looking at it differently, like kind of like, I never really put like real life out there. Like, let's say, like, talked about like my actual past and talked about crazy things that happened. Like, I'll give you an example. After I saw the movie The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, it came out in 1982, right? I love Kurt Russell's fucking role. The dude had a flamethrower. He was fucking badass. He was looking for the fucking alien, right? So my big ass imagination's on some like, okay, take matches and throw them in a garbage can and light them up till a fire gets real big in the kitchen. So fire's just burning. I'm looking at it thinking, okay, I'm Kurt Russell. I just kicked the alien's ass. Then, you know what I'm saying? My parents come running in on some, oh shit, there's a fire, throwing water inside that shit. But in my mind, I'm thinking I'm in the film. So that's the kind of like shit that would happen, throughout my life. So I feel that as of late, like the newer music I'm doing, I'm interjecting more parts of my life into it without giving up the horror aspect of it, but I'm making it more down to earth.
True life.
More real,
First of all, shout out to your poor parents, man. I can only Lord mercy. I'm sure you put them through hell.
Yeah, they went through a lot of shit, but they're good to me. I was good to them. It's just, when I was younger, I just had a wild imagination. When you're a kid, sometimes that mind could be pretty dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
So I guess kind of in I don't know, layman's terms. So Jay Hexx and Joe Black are basically like your inner, like like are representations of you, both sides, like you said, both sides of the coin. Your angel, your demon, your sanity, your insanity, just the inner struggle that's within us all. That's what they represent. So so at this point, I guess it's fair to say that Jay Hexx has been making a lot of decisions.
Yeah, just like anyone else. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that makes a decision, no matter like how small or big it is, it always leads you to the next point of your story. You know what I mean? So, I just wanted to represent that myself, but through more of a horror film kind of lens. You know what I mean? Like, I needed to be a character. I needed to scare the shit out of people. I like looking at people all demented and shit with makeup, and they get scared of me at first, but then when I walk up to you and you see how nice I am, it bugs people out because they're like, wow, you're fucking scary. Like, you have this fucking like this personality thing going on, and you just gotta do. What I say is, if you're gonna do things, you gotta always do things out the box. You feel me? Like, you gotta do it the way like you could always like exemplify off of.
Absolutely. So, I mean, with that being said, maybe there already has been, but has there or will there be a Joe Black project or a positive outlook on horror, or possibly maybe that's what's happening when you want to start talking about true life stuff, and maybe at some point you'll talk about the positives in life?
Well, I'm always thinking of new ideas. As of right now, I'm working on a sequel to The Twitch of the Dead's Nerves right now, which is the Dead's Nerve Twitches Again, the Book of Elijah, which is basically going to be kind of like brushing on the kind of topics that I'm talking about at this point. For example, I got a song called Woman in Black, which is basically a song about when I went through depression, for example. So, like, I'm starting now to allow people that have been following my music for some time to get a little bit more personal and deeper to the situations that I went through in my life that kind of influenced me to be the musical artist I am now.
Sure. So would you say that in the retrospective thing that side of you is going to be more of the Joe Black side?
To tell you the truth, it's going to be more of the real me side. My real personality. Where did Jay Hexx come from? Jay Hexx is like 10% of me. Of course, he seems a lot larger than life. in my opinion, because of what I put into it, you know what I mean? But, when you continue doing albums, you have to constantly ask yourself how to evolve. How do you, continue like modifying and improving a formula as you move forward without like giving up who you are, and I felt that right now, like in horrorcore, like mostly everyone like plays a character, right? We're all characters and shit. Haha, let's put on a mask, some makeup and shit, scare the shit out of people. Yeah. Now, how about if I scared the shit out of you with real things, like shit that anyone could go through, that you could feel, that I could feel, and I just put it out there as violent as possible, as far as an emotional level. You know what I mean? In my mind, I haven't really seen a horrorcore album done that way, so I'm trying to think. Maybe like there's time for something like that needs to be out there that could, kind of like hold that mantra and make people think differently about the way like we make our music, and that's how I'm thinking.
For sure, no, I can definitely see that. Like I said, the true horror. There's plenty of that in the world, especially nowadays. So I'm sure you could definitely present it in a frightening way.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm working on at this point. Always honing the beat. Shout out to Bad Mind. Bad Mind's taught me a lot about production. He got me like on that real good path of making good beats and making them bang and having them have the emotion that you want on each track. So working with him is always a pleasure. And small crew that we got, people like Keegan Grimm or Labyrinthine, Jay Reno, the Sadist. You got like a lot of nice people out there. As nasty as just doing it independently, and they gotta like get bigger than what they are. You know what I mean? Because they're nasty. You know what I'm saying? So like, shout out to all those cats and shit, because they nasty, bro.
Hell yeah. So I'm trying to think here. So when you kind of first started, when you came up with the idea for the Hexx project, and you started doing your first EP, the 7 Doors to Death, was your idea kind of like Hexx was almost like the narrator of these horror stories that were sort of based on horror films in a way, but...
Well, 7 Doors of Death is actually about the 7 deadly sins, but presented in a song form. Whether if it's one or all or some of them in each song, each song has a representation or manifestation of those 7 deadly sins. When I made that EP, I literally finished it like in 2001. But like I held on to the masters because I was always trying to like work with other people to get help to release it at first, because this is when independency started becoming more of a normal thing. I used to watch people from Fat Beats, the one in New York City before it closed down. People like Percy P standing in front of the shop selling his CDs before he went to Stone's Throw, doing it like pro bono, like out the trunk. Watching people like the arsonists do their thing and opening up a show for them or whatever, and just running the circles in New York and seeing like how people like were doing it independently. So I held on to the album until like 2008, and I like put my own money into the shit and just sold it. Like that was the first time that like I put out my own shit, and like from that point on, from 2008 up to now, that's pretty much what I've been doing. I push my own music on my own website. I make beats basically, to cater to the stuff that I do. Videos, video editing. I try to put my hands on different things just so that way, like I could produce as much content as I could and have as much control over the things I could. Because being independent is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's like you get to do exactly what you want to do. No record label dudes tell you what to do. You may not make as much money, but it's like an art form that you want to put out there to kind of like help make an advancement of it. Hopefully influence people to make better shit. And that's pretty much all it really is for me. Like I just want to do this shit because I really love doing it, and I love music. I love horror. And when I think of the hardcore community, like I want to put out something that will make people want to like expand the art form instead of it just being stale and staying the same way every single year, you know?
Absolutely. So that's basically how you started the Severed Nerves music. The basically your own label that puts out your own content is basically out of needing to have a way to release music.
Yeah, pretty much, because I held on to Seven Doors since 2001. I had completed Twitch of the Dead's Nerves about 2 years after that, and I didn't really put it out until 2008, where I took both the masters from that and I put it together on one disc, and I put it out. It's actually the highest selling album that I have to date. Independently, I sold at least over 3,000 units of that by myself with no label help, no budget, no nothing, like just me and my bones. You know what I'm saying? But people liked it enough where they supported it, and I guess from there that's when things started. I guess people looked at me differently, like, hey, this dude's doing shit for art. You know what I mean? That's basically what it was about.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. So at this point you relocated from New York to Florida, right? So that's where you're based out of now.
Yeah, I moved out like around 2004. You know what I mean? It was kind of like a life change decision. I was a little worried that I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to make music, whatever. But I did meet people out here that kind of got me, to keep going. Eventually, I started buying my own gear. And, Bad Mind and others like Crossworm and a few others were teaching me, to be more independent. Like, yeah, record yourself, mix yourself, make beats for yourself. And, it's like when they see like you put effort into what you do and like you're really pushing yourself, like you really want to, make these beats and you learn how to make beats, you go through the like pains of doing it, learning how to mix. It's like going down a rabbit hole. If you're gonna make beats, you then learn how to mix, and then if you learn how to mix, then you want to mix vocals, and then when you mix vocals and beats, then you're like, okay, now I can do sessions. So you start doing sessions. So it's like it took me down to a level where, like, where I'm at right now, I'm pretty self-sufficient, which is good. I always got something to learn too, you know what I mean, and I still constantly do. But if it wasn't for people like Bad Mind and others, I'm saying, that were constantly feeding me information. Seeing that I had that dedication, I don't think like I would have been as decent as I am now,
Absolutely. Hell yeah. Mad love to Bad Mind, for sure.
Nah, word up, man. Shout out to Bad Mind. You know what I'm saying? Dude be making some of the most amazing beats. Like, it's a fucking beast. Yeah, man.
He killed it.
No, he kills it, bro. Like, honestly, like, I feel like he's the sound of horrorcore. Like, if you listen to, like, a real underground horrorcore, right? And you got, like, 10 groups. Chances are 8 to 9 of them are using Bad Mind beats.
You're probably right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, show. He won a Replicon Radio Award last year. Producer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, that was pretty good though. Like, he needs the recognition. I feel like he's dope, man. Like, he works hard. He works real hard. Like, I've been working with him for over a decade. When I met him, it was during when I did my second album, Mountain of the Cannibal God, which is the first giallo-core hip-hop horrorcore album created. It's kind of like a storytelling way of talking. It's kind of like taking the rules of giallo. Giallo, the highly stylized violence, the whodunit aspect, the red herrings. You throw like a dozen red herrings. You could like merge different genres with it. So like I took the rules of that like Italian horror film genre and basically like applied it to hip hop music, and that's how like Mountain of the Cannibal God was made. And Bad Mind produced, I would say, like 95% of it, about 95% of it. Crossworm did one joint. Everything else was like Bad Mind joints. And it was just a different way of doing horrorcore. Like, let's tell a story. Let's make an audio film on CD.
That's dope. Yeah. Okay. That was awesome because Ron in the chat room is actually asking when and why did you decide to start doing giallo-core? It's the first time I've ever even heard that word, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like that's really like something that came up in my mind, because what makes it different from other storytelling albums is that you have to follow the rules of the giallo film. So you have to really know intimately these Italian horror films that were created by directors like Mario Bava, Dario Argento, Lucio Fulci. I'll throw a few titles like A Lizard in Woman's Skin from Fulci, or you watch some shit like Black Sunday from Mario Bava. He did Blood and Black Lace. He's like the dude, like literally the godfather of giallo films, because like he literally came up with them like in the film style when he did the first film, The Girl Who Knew Too Much, which was a play on the Alfred Hitchcock movies that were in the US type shit. You know what I'm saying? So they call it after like these books that have yellow covers, and the word yellow in Italian is giallo. So like that's like the style that I always liked. I'm into the deep Italian prog rock shit, Goblin, watching some Argento flicks, super ultra violent, head splitting shit. And it's just, merging that with the kind of hip hop that I do, just taught me a different way of how to make a storytelling album feel like a movie. You know what I mean?
That's crazy, man. Definitely some different stuff there for sure.
Yeah, shout out to Ron Jump. You know what I mean?
All day.
Mad cool dude. Yeah, all day.
So obviously, the giallo core and just your regular music, obviously it's highly inspired by horror. And even all your album covers, they look like VHS tapes. They have the sticker. Like, is that something you definitely like strive to do constantly? And is it something that you want? Like, are you trying to pay homage, or you just like something you just don't want people to let go of? Like, is there a purpose behind all the VHS and the classic horror, throwbacks and stuff?
Well, it's like kind of like nostalgia. It's like throwing an ode to the stuff that inspired me and putting it in the music. Like, for example, when you look at the Seven Doors to Death album, it's a complete homage to Faces of Death.
Yeah.
The first poster and the first cover, it's things that have influenced me. I throw it in the music, in it visually as well, because it's kind of like, you want to tell people how deep of a horror fan you are. Like, if you look at, for example, my album cover to Possession of Annabelle Lee, right? That's a direct homage to Black Sunday's movie poster. And that whole shit was redone, by hand by a cool friend of mine, who does art. I told him what my direction was, and he brought it to life. Like, I pay real homage. Like, I'm a real like horror fan, and if you pay attention to like the marketing scheme of it all, the visual look of the covers, to the stickers, and you think about when you were a kid, you went inside the VHS rental place, or even when you were living during the Blockbuster times. I know you had to hold the VHS box in your hand. It was a different feeling back then. It was like a feeling of power. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, kind of like how a strangler goes after his victim and shit. You thirst for the power, so you strangle the shit out of someone else. So,
Absolutely. No, I actually, like, when I look at your album cover, especially the Seven Doors one, it literally reminds me of, I remember seeing Faces of Death at the video store, and it scared me because I had heard about it existing. And I thought it was like illegal. And then I saw it at the fucking video store. I was like, oh my God, they actually have it. But I wasn't old enough. They wouldn't let me rent it. I wasn't old enough. But I remember like looking at the cover, and it was like a, you know what I mean? It was just like, oh my God, look at it. There, they have it. Like, it was the craziest thing in the world back then. It was a different time.
Different time, that's what I'm saying. And it helped me think differently about how the horror film shit should be displayed. Like, if you listen to a lot of hardcore, and I'm not saying everyone does it, but there's a good amount of people that just talk about the stabbing and the killing, right? I have to feel that, like, if I'm gonna do this, right, there has to be like a purpose, a motivation, and that's where the storyline thing comes in, or being visual comes in, and that's just a different approach that I take to make myself a little bit different. Everybody has their thing. That's my thing. I like being visual.
Yeah, no, it's dope. Yeah, Heather made a good point in the chat room. It was definitely a feeling of sadness when you went to the video store and there was nothing behind that. Behind the little cardboard case.
The cursed empty VHS box. You know how many times I go in there and I'm like, okay, I want to watch this really violent film. Like, it's rated XXXXXXXXX, like that, like a 10X's. So, like, it's all violent and shit. You're, like, excited. Like, they even cover the cover. It's like you can't look at the cover because it's that offensive. So you go there, you pick it up, and you go to the front of the store. You know, you wait in the line, you get your popcorn, get your damn peanuts, you get everything, right? And you go up to the front, and just for them to tell you, oh, someone stole that tape, or oh, that tape broke. We don't got any more copies there. You know, that was fucking disappointing.
Yeah.
You know,
it's crazy. It's crazy even things back. Man, I can watch anything I want in the world right now in my palm of my hand, and back then I couldn't even watch the damn VHS tape.
Yeah, those things took forever to rewind, but it's just the feel of it, you know, like the grimy look of it when you watch the old school horror film, you know, on VHS is unlike seeing stuff on Blu-ray. I love Blu-rays, but it's just, I don't know, like it has a visceral feel to it. When you look at some of the music videos that I've done, you know, in the past or present, they all have like a kind of like oldish kind of feel or look to them or style to them. You know, it just fits the whole, you know, universe that Hexx has in his mind that he tries to share with people. But it does mess with people, you know what I mean? It's not easy to come up with ways to crawl under your skin and shit. You know, I think of shit like that all the time.
For sure. No, absolutely. So I guess, so just like the video stores have come and gone, and do you think the Hexx project will ever upgrade a DVD or Blu-ray?
Yeah, I mean, of course, you know what I'm saying, it's natural. I just feel like I need to focus on getting the brand bigger, on getting the quality of the brand more up, you know, so I've been really looking at things like that, thinking a little bit more ahead about the marketing and making it more, you know, more presentable and shit. Like I kind of want to spread it in a more universal way.
For sure. So obviously we know where the, you know, the imagery and the covers and things are inspired by. Where does your actual look and your imagery of Hexx come from?
Well, It boils down to a unique gentleman by the name of Sammy Terry. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but like he used to run this little horror film show where he would wear a hood with like white makeup. You know, a lot of Indiana kids know who I'm talking about here. He passed away, rest in peace. I think his son took over this the show or something like that, but he used to, like, you know, present a movie,
like in the
come out of a crib.
Joe Bob Briggs or something?
Yeah, but like he was real scary with it. Yeah, like he would just pull out like a hood with some makeup and do this creepy laugh and shit. I mean, you can see clips on YouTube, and you know, he just had this personality. He made you enjoy like what you were watching because of how he interacted with it, and I kind of want to like take that cue with the music.
Sure. No, that's cool. I was telling him last week that you reminded me. Your look reminds me of the character from the Nightmare board game that used to scare the crap out of me.
Oh really? Wow, that's an oldie.
It was a VHS board game, so it's right up your alley, but.
Mm-hmm.
That guy, I was a little kid, and anytime he'd come on the screen and yell at me, I'd run upstairs because I was so scared. And
yeah, man.
I was like, "That's what this fucking guy looks like, man. He's gonna scare me."
Yeah, like I mean, the thing is like if you're gonna do horror music, you have to do something that people feel. You know what I mean? There's like a lot of acts that don't see it that way. You know, they feel okay. You know, let me just talk about violent shit for the sake of talking about this shit, but, you know, not really interject as much reality into it. You know, I mean, I've been at fault with that to some degree because I like being a storyteller too, but, you know, I feel like for the first time I'm able to, you know, put myself more into the music, especially with this upcoming project. It's a real eye-opener. You know what I mean? Like, the way that I'm taking the approach to these songs is completely unique.
This is the one you're working on with the more of the true life, real approach.
Yeah, straight up. Like, like I got a song where I talk to God called God Cries. You know what I mean? I talk about depression and the women in black. I talk about like some of my family issues that have like molded or unmolded me in distant memories of hate. So there's like you're hearing more about the real me, and it's giving you a fuller picture of why like I decided to be like Jay Hexx in the beginning versus like okay saying like why didn't I just do this from the beginning? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So is the new project? Is it going? I mean, obviously you're Jay Hexx, but is this since this is not gonna be portrayed as? Is it gonna be a different name? Is this a part of Jay Hexx's project, or is this part of somebody else's project?
No, it's a Jay Hexx project album. Because it's definitely an evolution. I would say an evolution over a lot of previous stuff. Like I'm always gonna do that hardcore shit. I'm always gonna do that street gutter horror, grimy, scare you shit. But like this album is more like me talking to people that know my music intimately, like giving them the opportunity to get a chance to have a bit of an autobiographical experience as to like, okay, why did Hexx become Hexx? Like, where does his mind come from? What was his experiences? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if I become vulnerable, right, and I let these people close to my ever still beating heart, and I let them like really take it all in, you know what I mean? They're gonna understand why I'm so deep. You know what I'm saying? Like I really sit and I think about everything I write. As crazy as it sounds, I know I don't know if you heard a lot of my songs, you probably have, but you probably sit there wondering like, where's this dude come up with these, crazy thoughts and still make sense, and there's, because, no matter what I do, I put a lot of thought behind it. I just love being a deep thinker.
Well, I can tell that for sure. So I guess I don't know what I'm trying to like. So in the what's the word I'm looking for? In the world, I essentially you've created with Jay Hexx is a a part of you essentially. If you start revealing more of you, do you ever see you putting a record out as just you?
There's an eventual chance for that. He's like, I don't even know your name.
But would you put a record out as you? You know what I mean? Like, this is me. This is how that. You know what I'm saying? Like like
yeah,
Joker,
I get
you know
it.
what I mean? Like the Joker. You know what I mean? The Joker became the Joker because of what happened to that character before he became the Joker. So if you go back to being your personable and talking about your roots and your actual horror in life and the actual demons that you deal with, would it be a you record instead of a Jay Hexx record?
No, it's a Jay Hexx. It's definitely a Jay Hexx record, but it does go back to the very beginning, like way before Jay Hexx was even conceived. That's why like it has a long title. Like I ain't even gonna front. Like I sat there like, damn, this has a long title. But in short, the subtitle, The Book of Elijah, is basically just a chapter of different stories of things that I've experienced in real life that still relates to a lot of horror. You know what I'm saying? So I felt that by being more approachable in a realistic aspect, to be a bit more universal for horrorcore music to hear it that way. And I haven't heard anyone really say, hey, let me just put my real pain out there. Like, let me make myself ultra vulnerable and like actually see how many people have felt the pain that I felt. And that's just how I'm feeling. Like for the first time, I feel free. You know what I mean? Free from like not being who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to just put it through the music and say, hey, this is who I am. Hopefully, you guys love me the way I am. If you love me all these years type shit, Yeah.
No, absolutely, man. That's huge. That's in all honesty, that's me personally. That's a lot of the type of music that actually resonates with me is real, is the real stuff, because that's that's what we all go through, and that's a lot of times for most people music is, their therapy or their release, whether they're making it or just listening to it. So I mean, obviously it's nice to hear a good story and watch a good horror movie, but at the same time, you also are probably all, things hit you in the feels, and you need that release as a listener and also as an artist. So that's a huge thing to do.
Yeah, it's all about evolution. It's like, I love doing the shit I do now. I know you probably heard some really good stuff, and I'm proud of my catalog, but I constantly always think about, like, how can I get better? And sometimes, change is necessary in order for you to attain, like, that level. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could still change and still be yourself, but you could evolve and kind of like show shit in a bigger way than you even originally conceived. Like, that's what I'm going through. I'm going through revelations right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing wild shit happen in the world. The Dow Jones dropping mad points in a few days. Freaking coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? No Heineken virus. People dropping left and right. All types of crazy wild shit that's going on in the world and shit. And it's like, I think that there's a lot of fear that can be explored just from those circumstances. So that's why I said, okay, let me talk about my life. Let me put it into the music more. Let me take a different approach to this horror shit. It's not like I'm saying, okay, I'm going to change my name. I probably would do it for projects or whatever, but I just wanted people to see a more down-to-earth side of who the Hexx Project is, pretty much.
I got you. No, absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of fear in the world right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, lots of fear, lots of mongering, lots of fear, lots of everything, to be honest with you. That's why sometimes I just, I sit back and I think about the music I create. And I just kind of like want to give people the ability to have like the moment to sit and think about things that they don't normally think about. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So you said it's called The Book of Elijah?
Yeah, it's basically a long title. That's the subtitle for it, but pretty much is The Dead's Nerve Switches Again, The Book of Elijah. So, with that album, when I say the dead's nerve twitches again, it's like, you have nerves, your nerves feel pain, and when they're getting shredded or torn apart or whatever, due to the necessary horrors of life that you encounter, the amount of pain, the heartbreak you go through, it's like tearing away at your own flesh, that you still feel the pain of the nerves alive, so therefore you're not dead. You're not walking like one of the living dead, like the zombies, the 85%ers, you know what I'm saying? So, with that, I put that visually on the album art. I got a Japanese dude that like worked on unearthed films, like movie covers and shit. Also did comic books, and my dude Hiro Fuji. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hiro Fuji. But he's straight up from Japan, and he came up with one of the most beautifully violent, delicious album covers that I will ever put out. Like, this is some real shit. When you see the album cover, it basically tells you what the entire album is about, like in just one image, you know what I mean? Without giving it much away, because pretty soon I'll have the album art up, so
Dope.
I'm just really thinking forward with it, and I'm hoping that people be really excited about this.
I can't wait to hear it, man. It sounds like a good project, and you're definitely putting yourself out there into it more so than you ever have.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, I can link you to like a joint. You can throw it on for the first time if you want. I'll give you the ability to do that. That's up to you.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so I can always look for a joint and throw it your way, and then boom, give them a little taste of like what I'm thinking of doing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. We love world premieres, man. That's one of our favorite things in the world.
Yeah, definitely, man. World premiere. So I'm gonna grab something here, and I'm gonna send you a nice little link. It'll definitely be wave, so it'll sound crispy. I mean, shout out to Batman once again, bro. That dude, and Ron Jump, my boy Ron Jump, Mob Style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Word up. So, yeah, man. Like, I've been getting real crazy with it lately. Like, as far as like beats and rhymes and shit like that. So, we'll go ahead and I'm gonna give you this joint right here. Let's see here. This one's called. Well, let me see. All right, I'm gonna just give it to you. The title's on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send it to you through Messenger right now.
Okay. I can shoot you the email if you want to email it.
No, it's all good. It's just a link. You know what I mean? It'll come right down as a wave. It's already mastered, so it'll sound crispy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Right there, boom, just hit you up with the OneDrive jump off.
Boom.
I'm having flashbacks when Danny Kaye was trying to find his little mixer tape and was trying to plug shit in. He was like, well.
No, I got it. I already got it.
I hear you guys. I hope you guys are having a good night so far. You know, I like when you ask wacky questions and shit. You know, I've been asked all types of sick shit in my life, and nothing bothers me. Nothing bothers me.
We're just trying to get to know you, man. That's you know what I'm saying? I want to know what's going on in the world of Jay. In all honesty, man, and everything I've learned so far, I really just want to hear a Joe Black project is what I want to hear.
Yeah, I've actually flirted with the idea. I flirted with the idea. Like, to me, it just has to make sense. You know what I mean? Like, when I think of album projects, I like to have a story. That's just the way it is. You know, even if it's simplistic, but something that just, you know, gives you that certain flair, mood, style. But, you know, I flirted with the idea. I just never got that kind of reception from people who, you know, currently support me. Yeah. You know, if they tell me, hey, you know, we just want to hear some positive shit. You know what I mean? I'll go and I'll say some positive shit. You know what I mean? But, you know, I always love my horror shit.
Maybe they don't want to hear it, but they might need to hear that shit. But but I feel like if the book of Elijah that we're talking about now is half of what you say it is, with you putting yourself out there personally and, you know, talking about your real life situations, and people literally hear and feel your pain, like your actual personal pain, then possibly after that, you know what I mean, the reaction to that may be you yourself and your listeners would need that positivity to bring yourself back up. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing.
That's real life too.
Yeah, because see, this is what I realized. Like, life, like, you can't just swing to one side. You can't say you're always dark. And you can't say you're always positive. It's like yin and yang. You got a little bit of everything. So with this album, I feel like I have the opportunity to say, hey, I'm having a conversation with God. And I'm telling him how I feel. And he loves me for it. You know what I'm saying? I could talk about my brother who's, like, doing time for putting 16 bullets in our blood cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, real horror shit. Like, real shit that, like, you think would come out of a movie, but it's not. It's like, you know, life is stranger than fiction type shit.
For sure. Absolutely. That's crazy. I definitely want to get this. Heather asked another question in the chat a while back that I wanted to get to. Essentially, if you could collab with anyone in the underground outside of horrorcore, not horrorcore music, just underground artists in general, who would it be? Or even, like, your top 5 of artists that you would want to.
Wow, that's a tough one. But yeah, I definitely, like, if I had to pick, like, underground, I'll say Buckshot. Because you know, like, he be having me, like, think of wild ass beats, like slow gangster roll, like driving in your caddy, I'm gonna get you type shit. You know, he get me hype.
Y'all gonna do some sort of drive-by track or something?
Like let's put him in the trunk and, you know, pop shots, you know, pop bottles and, you know, wild shit. Like, you know what I mean? Just an adventure, like some adventurous shit. But, you know, I also think, like, I could work with people like, honestly, I would love to have worked with Pete Rock, and I would have loved to have worked with, like, DJ Premier. You know, honestly, they were big influences. I met Pete Rock once in life, and he called me hip hop. So, long story. This happened back in '99. You know what I'm saying? Gave me a big ass hug. He almost managed me, but it didn't work through because of jealousy. But that's another story. Uh-oh. And that's what helped me learn about the music business. I said I can't depend on nobody. I went to the library, started learning shit. I could copyright shit. I could trademark shit. I could do graphic design. I do my own videos. You know, I try to do all my mixes and beats myself. try to be like self-sufficient. You know what I mean? Like a machine.
Hell yeah, that's how you have to be nowadays, for sure.
Yep. Indie is beautiful, you know?
So is there I know you said you're going to release like the album art and all that stuff soon. Do you have a release date you can announce, or a tentative release date for the
well, to be honest with you, like I'm thinking it'll be soon. I just don't want to give it up like that yet, because it's like this. It's like I'm really like halfway through it right now. I'm just keeping it like nice and low because I just want to drop it out of nowhere to everyone's surprise. I want to have a nice little, video roll with it, maybe a music video too, something that's going to be, progressive. So it's coming, you know what I'm saying? I got joints out there. You can hit up my website, jhexx.com, jhexx.com. There's free downloads there. You could grab from the free download section. You could buy CDs. You could buy vinyl, shit like that. We're just doing underground shit. This is just us doing shit out of love, you know what I mean? Because we love the music so much that we're trying to keep the art form of hardcore alive.
Hell yeah. No, it's super dope. Yeah, I was going to say you put out some of the older stuff on vinyl that you can purchase at the site. And then last year you and Bad Mind did the Bad Mind Verse J Hexx album, which is available. You can stream and
that one's a keeper, yo. Like, y'all sleeping on that. Y'all need to go get a copy of that, whether it's cassette, CD, digital, or vinyl. It's probably some of the best shit that we've ever done. Like, I know I went to lengths with that album. Like, literally, we did that album in a week in like 5 days. From beginning to end, like, beats coming, lyrics coming, me making beats, throwing lyrics, throwing them together, getting it mixed, getting it mastered. Like, a week and a half, yo. Bad Mind's a fucking savage. He's a savage behind the boards. Yeah, that guy's savage. He'll fucking eat anybody for dinner when it comes to production, yo.
That's what's up.
Yeah, he taught me how to be a savage. You gotta be a savage. You gotta go to the table with your big dinner knife and you gotta stab your meat. You gotta stab it real good so it gets nice and tender and juicy. And people like things juicy and tender. So you gotta slice it real nice. You dice it up.
See, I knew it was gonna get scary.
Are we talking about
I told you he was gonna get scary at some point, and now he's scaring me.
You're getting me in the mood, guys. You're getting me in a real mood here. You're getting me in a real nice mood. Slap, slice, stab, and slice, and dice.
This is the cooking channel.
He sounds like a Juggalo rapper now.
Shout out.
You know what's funny though?
Slap, dice, slap, shout out.
Look, that's the real shit. Like, I'm definitely, I was raised on the hip hop side. Like, I got mad respect for Juggalos, but honestly, and you guys might be shocked, but I've never listened to a song of ICP's ever.
Never even listened to one?
Well, I've listened to some, but I've never been a big devout follower, and I'm not dissing them or anything. It's not like I dislike them or anything, but I come from a different aspect. I have respect for it. I love their business. You know what I mean? They're big for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that model. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have mad love for them. Mad love for anyone that does it independently and finds their way. So, you gotta have nothing but respect for that. But what I'm saying is like, I grew up mainly on hip hop music, so it's like, it's different for me. You know what I mean? I listen to a lot of street shit. I grew up on graffiti and DJing and graph. All I did was basically take like the horror film aspect and mix it with it. And it's very easy for me to, I guess, merge in with it all because it's within that realm. You know what I'm saying? But I like to be more artful with it, and that's the only difference, man. Like, if I had to listen to something from the underground that I know I would love to fuck with, it'd be Sutter Kane.
Yeah.
Sutter Kane's fucking deadly. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's hip hop, what he does. You know what I'm saying? He just mixes his, death metal shit to it, and it becomes his shit. You know what I'm saying?
You just like that New York vibe. You ain't got a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that New York vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes me feel like I'm young again. You know what I mean? Like, I hear that New York shit and I get crazy. You know what I mean? Like, that's the New York thing is like a deep connection. It's like you could be from a different borough, but like the love is there. You know what I'm saying? Like, love is there. Like, when you're dealing with other New York cats that do music like you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, shout out to Sutter Kane. He's killing it. His production's fucking bananas. Like,
Hell yeah.
that's a dude that I would definitely fuck with.
Yeah, he's dope. No, it's definitely like obviously there's similarities with the horror aspect and stuff like that, but the whole like vibe over there is way different than what the Juggalo thing was doing. Like we learned a lot about that. We had Flatliners on the show a while back.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Shout out to Flatliners. Those dudes are real, man. They from New York.
Yeah, this is crazy because you know what I mean. Like nowadays with since the internet essentially and everybody has access to everything, nobody even realized that all these different things were similar, happened at the same time, but none of them were connected. And now everyone just assumes it's one big pool of people that like horror, but it's like horrorcore and this scene and that. Like it's none of it's connected at all, but it still resonates with a lot of the same fan base, but also it's completely opposite at the same time. So
yeah, like I have respect for any and every form of horrorcore. I just want to say, first and foremost, I think that is good when you have variety. You know what I'm saying? I just personally feel like I would like to see it go mainstream. I mean, it did once, but in my opinion, I don't think it was to the point where like it could have become like a cultural icon kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like no matter how many years goes by, it just like evolves type of shit. And I think like the best way to do that, like in my honest opinion, is to work with the independent horror filmmakers that are like making movies. Like you're seeing people like Scott Shermer who did Found. You know what I'm saying? You got movies like Headless that were made with like 15, 20 grand, you know what I'm saying? And they're making fucking masterpieces. I feel like, they're independent like us, in the hardcore scene. And I feel like if we merge like our music with their shit, like their visuals, our music, and we start doing like more of the cons and shit, I think like it could get more universal. Like I would love to see a day like that happen. Like that's the kind of shit like I live for, you know what I mean?
I could definitely see that, yeah. Just making the music with the movie and yeah. I could see
doing scores and shit, maybe like write a script or two. Like I'm thinking that way, but I will always come to hardcore music, because it's like the foundation of my love. And it's a culture. It's more than music. Like I learned from hip hop that it's not just a musical style. It's a lifestyle. It's like the way you live and breathe and see things. And I always exhibit that through my music and with people I work with.
for sure. So it's not necessarily it wasn't a question, but I'm making it a question. Ron made a comment about I bet you have a crazy live show. What can people expect from a Hexx project live show, and can we expect to see some live shows in 2020?
Well, I would love to do some live shows in 2020. I don't have anything lined up yet, to be honest, you know what I'm saying, because everything takes, time, precision, and money. In the past, I did a lot of shows. The last tour I did was like 2015, 2016, around Florida, things like that. But I would love to do shows. I honestly want to get on a bigger level, like actually going to like, places that are packed or whatever. And I know it ain't always going to be like that. You got to be prepared for shit like that, and you still got to put your all into it. But like, I want to take it to the next level type shit, you know what I'm saying? And help like open a door for others, that I care about, that they can have a platform too, you know what I'm saying? I feel like hardcore needs an evolution, and I feel like, the kind of people I work with, like myself, Bad Mind, Labyrinthine, Keegan Grimm, Gloom Rap, Midnight Society, Just Lynn, my homegirl Lauren, like a bunch of people that I deal with, you know what I'm saying? Like we have our own style of substance to music, and I feel like we just need an opportunity to shine, you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. I literally he said that, and I picture like some sort of scary magic show going on stage. I'm not gonna lie, like,
oh, I would love to do some shit like that. Give me a rabbit, I'll show you what I could do with it. Be like, give me a fucking rabbit. Yeah, grab it by the ears and shit and put a knife up to it, all grinning and shit. Like, just let's get a close up of me smiling with this blade at this bunny's neck and see if anyone gets itchy. I wouldn't hurt the bunny, but you know what I'm saying, just a look of it, like you're like, yeah, like I'm gonna bite the neck out of this rabbit and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, for real. Scare the shit out of people, but it's all in good fun. You know what I mean? mean? It's a world. It's kind of like when you read a good book. You know what I'm saying? I want to get people involved into like that world and just get something positive out of it. It's negative as shit going into it, but it allows me to be positive because I get all that shit out. You know what I'm saying? I put it to music in a positive way.
There you go. Hell yeah.
It's all positive and fun and games until you violate city ordinances, and then it's a problem.
Oh yeah. I violated many of them, man. Sometimes I go to the lawn and I pee on it. And then I just run away like Gritty. Yeah,
He does that all the time.
Everything. Yep, and I put on the makeup and everything, like just to be in character. Be like, nah, fuck it. I feel like J Hexx. Let me go pee on the fucking lawn.
If he doesn't need any makeup, he just whips it out. He'll pee right there. That's why we call him Pete.
Let me do a Gigi Allen and just take a dump on the side of the road. Just sit there and let people look at me like I'm sitting there having a conversation with Dump.
Just look at the booty hole.
Yeah, look at it. He gleams. Look at it. You know what I'm saying? This guy's nuts.
Cartoon character.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always thought about doing voiceovers too. I'll do some shit like that, like fuck around, be like that sick person. Switch voices. But I always like being an actor, and that's why like it goes into the music shit. I get to fulfill a lot of my own, artistic fantasies, when I do, what I do here. I get to be a character, I get to be visual, I get to, be musical, creative is really the end result.
Hell yeah. Big Roo in the chat room wants to know, of all your songs, which one is your personal favorite?
Wow. Man, I have so many of them. That's a real deep one. But I would say if I had to pick like the recent stuff, like if I had to go to Seven Doors to Live 2, like the most proudest song I like on there, honestly, is the final one called Savage Streets. I think like what I did on that song was really cool. It was real street, but it was like I was feeling like I was being myself a little bit, like, doing it with my regular voice and just, being rugged on it. I really like the way the music flowed with the beat, but, I know everybody has like their own shit. Like one of my other personal joints, honestly, that I really liked a lot, because Bad Mind was like really pushing me to do fire shit. Black Summer off of the Versus album. Black Summer, like that's probably one of the dopest beats I ever made. That beat was like a sample off of Dawn of the Dead 78's OST, and like we totally flipped it. Like it don't even sound like the original shit no more. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, that's super dope.
Yeah,
we
killed
buddy.
that joint. Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, that is what's up. So we got all this music available now. We have the Book of Elijah sometime dropping pretty soon, when you least expect it. We have. Did you send me 2 tracks, or did you just send the same link twice?
No, I sent you 2 different songs from the new project. The first one I sent you is God Cries. That's me having a conversation with God, from the new album. The Dead's Nurse Switches Again, the Book of Elijah. And then the second jump off is something I put out in the public, but this one's like from the album master. This is another joint called Distant Memories of Hate. You know what I'm saying? Which talks a little bit about my family history a little bit and how I feel about these different occurrences and who I am and me trying to figure myself out type shit. And, hating how the past went type shit. So hopefully y'all enjoy it. It is different, I'm more than open to feedback. I just want to give a shout out to everybody that attended the interview. You know what I'm saying? I got mad love for everyone that supports me. Heather, Heather Wheat, Ron Jump, you know what I'm saying? Bad Mind, once again. My girl Jocelyn, freaking, all my supporters, people that purchase my music, they know who they are. My boy Craig Gould, a few people, man, like, they show a lot of love and they support like what I do, so I try my best to like not disappoint them. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, absolutely. That's all you can do.
Hell yeah.
Well, I do have one more question for you, man. Before we let you go, actually, I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna fuck you up. I got 2 more questions because we asked all of our guests the same shit, but since you're super into, sometimes we'll do like directors and actors and stuff, and I'll switch it up. So essentially, it's the same question but twice. You got 3 records that either inspire you as a person, as a man, as an artist. Maybe they inspire Jay Hexx. Maybe they inspire Joe Black. Maybe they inspire Elijah. Whatever it may be, the 3 records that you could not live without. And then also the 3 movies.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a real good one. You're gonna make me think deep here, but I think I got this. I got this. All right. Now, when it comes to 3 movies, it's gonna be a real dice here because I love so many movies and I own so many movies because I'm a horror whore like that. But I would have to say the 3 that really inspired me were the following. I will say The Bay of Blood by Mario Bava. That was definitely the precursor to the slasher film. Even before he did that, he did A Blood and Black Lace, which was even more preceding that. But The Bay of Blood is definitely very influential to my style and sound. The second film that I would have to say would have to be Lucio Fulci's The Beyond. Great atmospheric ghost / zombie film. Quentin Tarantino re-released it under Grindhouse Pictures. I mean, there's a 3-disc set right now that's fucking fire with a soundtrack. That movie's amazing. And the last one, the last third film before I get into music, let's see, that one's going to be a tough one. The third one, I would have to say, would definitely have to be Dario Argento's Suspiria. And the reason why is because of the soundtrack by Goblin, the colors of the film, the garish, nightmarish visuals, and the almost profanely, super insanely violent deaths are really something else to behold in the film. Very masterful, very suspenseful. And those are the 3 films that I think have highly influenced me. If I had to give a special shout out to a 4th film, it would definitely be Maniac from 1982 with Joe Spinner. That movie right there is super fucking influential to me because it's like one of the best serial killer films that have ever been made. Tom Savini did all the special effects on that film. It's fucking gory, it's fucked up. You know what I mean? It's real messed up 80s, totally 80s sleaze.
Sounds right up
42nd Street, gore fest. Yeah, it's like, if you haven't seen it, you really need to see it. It's like literally one of the best films you'll ever see that's a slasher film. You know what I'm saying?
I had personally only heard of one of those movies in my life, so.
Which one was that one?
Suspiria or whatever.
Suspiria, yeah. That's a really crazy film. The remake was actually good too.
I would say they just remade it. That's the only reason I'm familiar with that one.
Yeah, the remake is not bad actually. I actually think the remake is in some ways better than the original, but the original definitely is one. I mean, there's people that love it and there's people that hate it. You know what I'm saying? Me, I love it because it was something unique, talking about the 3 mothers, which are like 3 witches, and how they controlled the earth with an iron fist from 3 locations on 3 different continents. It's just wild shit. But now with music, I would say definitely Gang Starr's album Step in the Arena. I think that's like 88, 89. That definitely was a big one for me because that's the album that taught me that I said, okay, I want to rap. You know what I mean? That album did a lot for me. The second album, I have to say, all honesty, would be, I think, Gravedigger's first album, Diary of a Madman. That was a real game changer for me. It gave me an idea as to how I could do my own shit within that kind of vein of music. And last but not least, let's see, third one, I would have to say Into the Wu-Tang's Into the 36 Chambers by Wu-Tang, because the sound, that grimy New York gritty boom bap-ish under the basement sound really inspires me. And I put a lot of that kind of sound into my own sound, not to be like them, but like I like that whole grimy, horrorcore, under the basement, 4 to 8 tracker styled kind of music, you know what I'm saying? So it really impressed me. So those are my 3 albums, and those are my 3 movies that I would pick, honestly.
Hell yeah, man. Super dope. all kinds of craziness. If you guys haven't heard of any of this stuff, you should go out and check it out, and maybe you'll get inspired yourself, or at least learn about some new amazing art that you're missing out on, for sure.
Word. And I just want to give a shout out to repliconradio.com, you know what I'm saying, for inviting me over, you know, to basically share what I do. You know, you can visit me at www.jhexx.com. That's JHEXX.com. You know, you get free downloads and shit, at least get a view of what we're doing. There's music videos there that I just posted. You know, I just updated the website. You could buy vinyl, buy CDs, you could get t-shirts, you could go on Spotify, iTunes, you know, like, you know, we distribute our own music, man. That's what we do. We're self-sufficient, and we're just trying to keep the underground alive.
That's awesome, man. Hell yeah. Make sure you guys go to the website, follow him, social medias here on just Hexx on all the social medias and stuff.
Yep, he's all over social media, Facebook, Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Even fucking bullshit ass MySpace. You want to look me up? I'm everywhere. I'm in your garbage can. I'm in your shower. I'm everywhere. I'm stalking you. You know what I mean? Forever preying on my victims.
Oh shit, that's what's up. Definitely go check it out. So we got 2 tracks to premiere for you guys, and some older Hexx project for everyone to enjoy. So stay tuned for that. Check out the new stuff. Keep track of everything that's going on in the world of the Hexx project, and look for that Book of Elijah to drop on your asses unexpectedly in the near future.
Yeah, that one's gonna take everybody by surprise, because that's gonna be some real powerful shit. When you hear these 2 songs, you know what I mean, you're gonna see that it's completely different. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that showed up to the interview in the chats. You know, keep it vibing, keep it lively. You know what I'm saying? This is the Hexx Project. Just wanted to say peace, and say peace to everyone at Replicon.com radio. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, brother. Much love to you. Welcome to the Replicon radio family, brother. Whatever you need, hit us up. We'll let the people know what's going on, and we appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us.
Yeah, definitely, man. I really appreciate it, man. I really take the opportunity and value, you know, you guys giving me a platform. So I thank you. I hope I could come back here again, and we could talk more shop, you know?
Absolutely, man. You're part of the family now. So
all right. That's what's up, man. I hope you have a good night.
All right, you too, brother. We'll talk soon.
Peace.
Peace. Later.
Hell yeah. There it was. There you have it.
Yo.
There you are.
You gonna be able to sleep tonight, Paul?
Yeah, I wasn't too scared.
Yeah.
YouTube.
You ain't
gonna get to hear no music. Head on over to repliconradio.com. World premiere. 2 brand new tracks from the Hexx project. We'll be back. Enjoy. Yeah.
Is this on?
Yo.
Start the movie.
What up, y'all? We're back. We're here. We're doing it. We're still kicking it.
Yep, we're still alive.
Mad props to Hexx project. I hope you guys enjoyed 2. That's right, 2, not 1, not 3, but 2 world premieres right here on Replicon Radio, and then a bunch more music after that. So hopefully you guys got a good taste of what you can expect from our new brother, the Hexx project. If you're tuned in over at YouTube, you probably missed it, so head on over, peep the replays, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, wherever podcasts and music are listened to, and peep the replay, which will feature all the music played tonight. Yeah.
Super dope artist. See him making his way through the big leagues here shortly.
Faux show. Also, if you didn't catch it earlier, this Saturday night we will be in New Haven, Indiana, hosting the super famous Super Show.
Super famous Super Show.
Going down. Carl's Tavern.
Be there, be square.
Super famous Fun Time Guys, Mad Max, Fans and the Hooligans, Aaron Romero, Nasty Inc., Stig Monster, Sonic Fright, and more.
I can't help it.
That's but yeah, it's going down. Tickets are still available at funtimegang.com. And I believe if you message the band directly, Super Famous Fun Time guys, they have some deals going on, man, for those last minute shoppers. So come see us, man, in Indiana. It's going to be a hell of a super party.
Super famous super show going down.
is.
Carl's Tavern, May 7th, March 7th.
Yes, Saturday.
It
is a
we
who's
was,
who
we
of
was
the
there in
underground.
May, though, last year, weren't we?
And then also, we will be hosting March 26th right here in St. Louis, Missouri at the Way Out Club. Nairo the Madman, LSP's own Razor, and many, many, many more.
Yeah.
You can buy tickets for only $10. Hit us up if you need one, man. We got you. It's going to be dope. So come hang out with us in lieu. Because that's what it do. Right, Rue?
Yes.
We be hosting and coasting, big West coasting, and all that good stuff. We out here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta give a shout out to my homeboy Skippy Ickham. That was something I forgot to mention earlier. I did his podcast, so that was fun.
Nobody cares.
Big Roo even showed up in the chat room. He didn't listen.
I couldn't hear shit. I was in the fucking bowling alley, bro. There wasn't no way I could hear anything.
It was way more fun than I expected it to be. Not because it's Skippy, because he's the shit, but I just didn't think I'd have anything to talk about. But yeah, go listen to Replicon. It's cool. And then that'd be it. But we actually ran out of time. We had so much to talk about. So go peep that out. You can just search Uncovering the Underground on Spotify or anywhere on YouTube. That's how I found it. Just search it on YouTube. Uncovering the Underground, episode 50, featuring Stinky P. So shout out to Skippy for that.
Stinky P.
Stinky Feet. That was on the other show.
Oh.
That's funny though. And then also next Monday, right here live, Replicon Radio. One of the newest artists on Shuckin' Head Entertainment. One of our homies.
One of the baddest motherfuckers in the industry.
That's right. He is, he's dope, man. We don't need no guns.
We don't.
But we got Zitro on the program next Monday.
Zitro.
So make sure y'all tune in for that. Because it's going to be...
Shiny on Shrunken Heads.
It's going to be fresh. It's going to be fresh, fam.
It's going to be about as fresh as your booty hole fresh out the shower.
Oh, boy. How fresh is that?
It better be pretty fresh, because if you ain't washing your ass on the shower, you got problems.
So fresh and so clean.
Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh, so clean.
Hell yeah. So make sure you guys tune in for that freshness. And again, if you're not already, which you should be, because we tell you a whole lot, head on over to youtube.com/Replicon Radio. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
You don't
ding.
want to miss out on all the dopeness that's popping up over there, including a brand new #Replicon Reviews movie review coming up in the next couple days, as well as an exclusive interview with the director of said movie as well. Popping up right there on the YouTubes. You can. It's a brand new movie called Final Kill. It actually comes out in select theaters and video on demand this Friday, March the 6th.
It's action-packed and jammed with killing. That might be a lie.
I prefer it was jammed with a jam.
It's jammed with nut butter, y'all.
Peanut butter and jam.
It's nut butter.
Nut butter.
Yeah,
That's weird.
it's nut butter.
Nut butter. More than meets the eye. What?
A tiger shark.
Tiger shark doo 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 doo.
A
Tiger
what?
shark doo 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 doo. Tiger shark doo 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 doo. Tiger shark. Big roo shark doo 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 doo. Big roo shark doo 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 doo. Big roo shark doo 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 doo.
Make sure you peep out them Rue Gang shirts. There's 2 of them up there. Fresh
Where are they at?
at Teespring.com. MNE Beats. Teespring.com.
MNE Beats. Go to repliconradio.com. Click Teespring right there at the top of the page. Big Roo just put up some hashtag Roo Gang shirts that he designed. So if you don't like them,
tell us about it.
Tell him.
Tell me what you want different.
But yeah, we also have a slew of other dope merchandise for everyone to enjoy.
And yes, they do say Replicon Radio on them.
Yes. Shout out to Paul Robot in the chat on YouTube. Yes, you are very late, sir. The show is almost over, but you can always peep the replay, and we appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We appreciate that you're going to buy some merchandise as soon as you hit the oil fields. Nah.
Yes.
I don't know.
That shit'll drip right off of you.
I don't know if I'd say that. I don't know if that's true.
Okay, our shirts are very oil absorbent.
Oil absorbent.
I mean, they smell like oil when you get them.
They smell like vinegar.
I don't know what. Yeah, vinegar.
It's a different kind of oil. They smell like so fresh and so clean.
They smell like they've been fresh out the press.
Yeah.
Literally.
Fresh pressed.
Which that's one thing that Teespring does good. They quickly print it up and hurry up and put it in that package and ship it right out to you.
They literally pull it off the press.
Right? Like it shit folds itself and it's already right there in the fucking package for you.
You said this shit folds itself?
Yeah.
Gangster.
Because then when you pull it out the package, you got to fucking peel it apart. I had to do that with a couple of mine.
That's just because the shit's so dope that they make a mess all over it, so it all sticks together.
I'm like, y'all can let the shit dry first.
We have some of the Halloween shirts where the pumpkin stuck to itself, and then you open it up and pumpkin gina.
Fucking piece.
There was a pumpkin gina. A pumpkin gina. Say hello to my pumpkin gina. That's fucking crazy. But yeah, go buy some stuff, bro.
I spent Saturday wasted.
Did you?
Fuck, dude. I started drinking at noon and didn't stop drinking till fucking midnight.
Killing it.
Well, I didn't even plan on drinking a whole lot before the game. I planned on drinking a whole lot after the game because we were coming back to the neighbors to watch a fucking hockey game.
Oh, yeah, because you went to Cacaw.
Yeah, the Battle Hawk. The St. Louis Battlehawks football, the XFL, baby. That shit is dope. It's cool on TV, but man, it's crazy being in that stadium, man. They got all them players are mic'd up, so when they're running with the fucking ball, they get hit. You just hear it, and they're like,
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you got the quarterback, the wide receivers, and the running backs. They're all mic'd up.
So there's like a shit ton of heavy breathing and surround arena sound the whole time?
No, dude. You don't hear any breathing except for when they're getting hit. And you hear the little...
Stop talking off the goddamn microphone.
Yeah.
Well, then just don't say anything.
Yeah, dude. No, it's fucking crazy, though, man. It's like you hear them hits.
I know, but I feel like you would hear the...
You hear motherfucker gets clocked.
Like it sounds like a fucking it sounds like either like porno meets Mortal Kombat or something.
No, it ain't like that. You have to go witness that shit, dude. It's like you think you can hear the shit on TV. No, you way better in that stadium.
Motherfucker.
No, it ain't all that.
Like cursing? You hear him curse?
No.
God, I just want to go to hear him curse. I want him to go.
No, man, but it's like the players don't even talk to each other.
Motherfucker. Yeah, fuck you.
Okay, we'll quit talking about sports and you're just going to do heavy breathing on it and we'll just move on to something else. I feel like that's where you're trying to get at right now.
No, I want that. I feel, why wouldn't that be happening?
Because it doesn't happen.
Well, maybe it didn't happen at the one you want
to
hear.
You hear him get hit and he's like, ugh. That's it. And then plays over. And you hear all the helmets cracking. You hear the pads fucking pounding. Yeah, dude, no, it was fucking super dope. And then after that, we started out at the neighbor's house at 12. We met over there, drank some beers, waiting for everybody to get there. Everybody gets there. We went down to Bobby's, had lunch and a couple beers, a couple whiskeys. Drove out to the game, hit the parking lot for about an hour. I had another homeless guy come up to me begging for some fucking money.
Shout out to One Eye.
And I was made. I gave him $3 because I was made. I made fun of that motherfucker so bad I thought he was gonna hit me.
You paid him to make fun of him?
Pretty much, yeah. Dude, I was like, I dogged the shit out of this motherfucker. I don't know. He started talking about Fenton and like he knows the area, and I was like, oh yeah. Like, what do you got? You got
his girlfriend lives in the Fenton Project.
That's what I said. I said, what do you got? A big old white girlfriend that lives out there? And I was just cracking on him, bro. He pulls his gloves off and he's like, see, I'm a hard-working man. I got calluses. I'm like, dude, that's just because you beat off a lot. Get out of here. Like, I thought he was going to hit me. Like, two things were running through my head.
Well, you get calluses for that?
I was in the mind frame to where should I hit this motherfucker or tell him to get the fuck out of here? Or he's going to fuck. I'm just going to fuck with him and he's probably going to fucking swing on me.
Big Roo was like, I'm out in public and I ain't hit nobody yet. Should I fucking hit this fucking homeless guy?
Well, because I'm in a group of like 8 people.
And ain't nobody hit nobody yet.
And they all they all decided to like, dude, it was cockroaches when you flip the light on, they fucking scattered. And I'm just standing there, the only one talking to this fuck guy, and I'm making fun of him, and I'm like, I was making fun of him when everybody was there. Now everybody ain't there, and I'm still making fun of him. I'm like, this dude's gonna fucking clock me. I see it happening. And he did. And then, so I give him $3, and he's like, hey, man, can I bum a cigarette too? And I'm like, I'm gonna need one of them dollars back. He looked at me like, what?
I said, well, I just gave you money to buy cigarettes.
I said the shit caught. Well, he was trying to get back to Fenton. He needed some money for a bus.
They always need to get somewhere. They always need bus fare.
Yeah. Them shoes, like he even he was cracking on himself too, because I was cracking jokes, he was cracking jokes, so it was fun. So I felt the need that I had to give him a couple bucks. But he's like, motherfuckers be like, my shoes look fresher than theirs, but I bought these like 2 years ago, and I'm like, motherfucker, those do look pretty brand new for you to be walking everywhere you're fucking going. He's like,
he takes the bus. He just paid for it.
Exactly. But no, I mean, it was a good interaction. He was happy at the end, and I was happy because I was making fun of him. We didn't kill each other, and we kind of became friends.
Oh, you got his number?
No, we gave each other a little fist bump and said, peace out, homie.
Cap daps.
So we're not really friends. Just another.
You followed him on Facebook? You friend requested him?
I don't think he has Facebook.
What's his Twitter? @homelessguy?
Although he did pull out his phone, so
what did he pull out?
His phone.
Oh,
he did have a phone.
Oh, fucking homeless guy.
So I think he was just kind of down on his luck. He did just start a job, from what he says.
And he shot himself in his eye when he was a younger kid.
No, this was a black gentleman.
Oh,
he was African American.
Black people don't shoot themselves in the face?
No, they shoot themselves in the leg. Like,
no, they shoot each other.
Like,
oh, show's over.
Wow.
That's it.
I was talking about the football player, fucking
have a good night,
Polanco or whatever the fuck his name is, shot himself in the fucking leg. Receiver for the fucking Giants.
Oh boy.
I mean, he is right though. They do shoot each other.
A lot.
I mean, it does happen. And then Big Roo went in the stadium, had some more beers, and then we left the stadium, and everybody's fucking drunk. And you know, drunk people in traffic, they mix real well, don't they?
Oh God, yeah.
They play the convention center, right? Same place as the Rams, right?
The Dome, yeah.
They play the Dome, not the convention center.
Well,
they play at the Dome, yeah.
It's the America Center.
I mean, they're connected, but
and
did somebody rebuy that, or is it still just
the America Center?
Yeah,
them people own it.
So no,
it's the Dome, the America Center.
Even
Same people own it.
Even though somehow it's still.
But when the Rams played there, it was somebody else
like
bought the naming rights. Yeah,
like Edwards.
Nobody's redone that yet.
No.
I think there's still a mortgage on it.
They gotta wait till they're more popular, or see if they actually stay popular.
Yeah. So Big Roo was playing Frogger after the game.
Huh?
Ain't nobody trying to hit my big ass. Ain't nobody trying to fuck their car up over me.
They're going 3 miles an hour in downtown traffic.
Well, remind you that, okay, so that game got out. The hockey game's getting ready to start. So there's traffic every fucking where. Nobody can go anywhere, right?
Oh, no.
So there's a group of people in front of me, and I'm like 8 steps behind them. So they're already across the street, and here I come, and this motherfucker floors it, this car. And I was like, I backed up, and I waved him. And then there's this big-ass SUV coming, and I fucking put my hand up. I stopped him, and I fucking walked in front of him, and the motherfucker was like, I'm like, where the fuck you gonna go? 2 feet in front of me? Fuck you, I can get through here. And he kind of looked at me, he's like, hey, you're good, go ahead. And so, then I had my Replicon radio shirt on.
You're one of those guys that think they can stop traffic.
Well, no, it wasn't that. It was like nobody was going anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
There was no need for it. There was a red light where he was coming from. He just got a green light to go stop at a red light.
I bet you smack on their hoods, too.
No, I never touch anybody's car. I don't touch.
Hey, I'm walking here.
I'm walking here. Hey, forget about it.
No, I do not touch anybody's fucking car because then you're asking for a fight.
Oh, yeah.
I was just asking to cross the fucking street. That's all I was doing.
You just want to fight the guy taking the bus.
No, I didn't really want to fight him either, but I didn't know what the fuck was.
It was going that way. He was looking at me funny.
I didn't know what to fucking expect because I got other people here that I don't know how they are in those situations.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck. I'm trying to talk to the dude and like clown around with him, but at the same time, I got other people around me that I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like figure that out within a matter of like 2 seconds.
So he's like the savior of the night. He has a big group of people with him, and he just sees this homeless guy, and he's like, "Hold on, guys, stay here." And he runs ahead, and he just starts making fun of him.
No.
No.
Like I didn't even know the dude came up. He came up, and I was.
Dude, they come out of nowhere.
I was in the back of the car getting a beer out, and I come up front, and this dude's all I hear him is him talking, and he's looking at me, and he's talking. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So and he goes into this fucking story like it started out as a conversation, and then all of a sudden the dude's asking for fucking money, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
And that's where it always goes. It involves some type of god, or they're always a veteran. They just.
No, he wasn't a veteran.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
Oh, he would have pulled that card. I would have blew up on him. I'd have been like, you know what, bro? Let me see your military ID then.
See, the thing with me is that I don't know how to identify that shit properly, so I'm not gonna go to that point. I'm just gonna go.
I will. My brother.
Okay.
I've looked at my brothers numerous times.
Well, if you know how to do it, then absolutely call him out on it. If I knew how to identify that shit, but I would get caught up in calling them out on bullshit because they could be like, well, I got this and I got that and I got this award, this.
I don't care what you got.
This
you ain't
medal and all that
you ain't got
shit.
a military ID on you because that's what you're supposed to carry at all times.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, I'm walking
here. Look at my shoes, eh?
No, it was funny because my buddy was like, yeah, some little kid with his dad was like, what the hell is that guy doing? And I yelled at him, oh, he's just fucking drunk. Don't worry about it. I'm like, I wasn't even like, I was drinking, but I wasn't drunk.
He's just, don't worry, little Timmy. He's just yelling at the miscreants on the fucking road.
I wasn't like yelling at anybody, but then I get across the street, and then I got this other car yelling at me, hey, I like your shirt. I'm like, yeah, Replicon Radio, go check it out.
He's stopping cars in traffic. Hey, have you heard my podcast?
Hey,
I was trying to get to the car so I can grab another beer. Yeah. That's all I was trying to do.
I'm trying to get that trunk beer. That's all I'm trying to get.
Beers, fam.
You know, he probably would have been more happy with a trunk beer than $3.
Well, no, he even said, he goes, I don't want no beer. I don't drink.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you fucking kidding me, bro? Like, all you homeless motherfuckers drink.
So what you're saying is the homeless guy begging you is a liar.
Yeah, I don't really think he was homeless. I think he just kind of got stranded.
He's just a panhandler.
He just started a new job, so he don't get paid for 2 weeks. I believe that.
You know how many times I've heard that?
I think panhandlers make like $85,000 a year.
Hey, I don't care
if they're dedicated.
I don't care if that motherfucker was driving a goddamn Mercedes. I don't give a fuck. I gave that motherfucker $3 because I was cracking on him.
Oh, I don't fault you for giving him money. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have. I'm just saying that I don't do it because, especially living in the city. Like,
dude.
Nah. Like you can't. They're fucking everywhere, and they're all liars. They all have the same fucking stories.
They're terrible people.
Like normally, I don't give the motherfuckers nothing.
Yeah.
But as soon as he like walked up and I walked into the middle of his conversation, I automatically just started cracking on him. Like I just started clowning. Like fuck this dude. What's he gonna do? The worst thing he's gonna do, we're gonna start fighting.
Hey, you see this guy? I don't know this motherfucker, but fuck him.
And I mean, this dude was little. Like he was probably like 120 pounds.
So that's why you were messing with him?
Well,
No, but I knew he wasn't going to kick my ass. I mean, he might have shot me, but he wasn't going to kick my ass.
so Rue's still fighting for the bullies, huh?
Right?
No, I was definitely a bully there. But he was loving it. He was laughing and having a good time, and he even cracked a couple jokes on my big ass too. So we called it even.
You know, I don't like when people come up to me asking me for money because like it's like, look, I didn't ask for this interaction, and you know you're really giving me anxiety right now. I don't want to be talking to you. Please leave my area, and they won't leave. It's like, stop it. Stop talking to me.
Just buy this magazine.
Bro, I don't want your perfume. I don't
buy
want your
the fucking
magazine.
It's for the church.
I don't want to fucking pay your homeless veteran fees. I don't
It's
care.
my sports team.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
We need money for jerseys.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know what Mr. Robot here. You can't drink and not be drunk. I don't understand that. But yeah, no, I was drinking and no, I wasn't drunk. I didn't get drunk until I was at my neighbor's house and we started fucking hitting the whiskey real fucking hard. We had some Four Roses out. We had some fucking Fireball came flying out.
I'll tell you what.
Out of your butt.
You ever gone down to the
Fucking
happy
Bush
hour
Mills
at
come
fucking
out.
Mission Taco?
No.
Oh, man, they give out shots at Four Roses for $4 a shot. Oh man, so good.
That's crazy. I could buy a whole fucking bottle for like $35.
Yeah, but we're talking about from a bar.
Well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That like you name a bar that where you can get a decent whiskey shot for $4.
Right. Oh, you're fucking drunk, dog. You got your fifth Dosaki in you. You're fucking Dos Equis or whatever the fuck they call them.
Dos Equis.
God
That's
damn,
a
guys.
fucking.
Sake and Dos Equis are two different things there, bud.
What, I don't. However you pronounce it, people pronounce it differently.
Dos Equis isn't that a beer?
And Johnny Walker, goddamn, you're fucking hammered, bro. Slow down. No, I started getting pretty fucking toasty at the neighbors, so we fucking cracked. Like I said, we started cracking open all the fucking whiskeys. I'm pretty sure there was a little moonshine in the mix.
Ooh.
And it wasn't no flavored shit. It was your fucking White Lightning that got cracked open. That shit's so delicious.
That's Big Roo's old nickname.
White Lightning.
White Lightning. For how fast he can run.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually pretty quick on my feet.
That's actually when he walks across the street downtown. Like, there he goes, White Lightning.
Those elbows don't leave his side, but man, those feet are going.
No, but like, you know when people are walking downtown and you just got a green light and there's a red light literally like 18 steps in front of you, you're not going nowhere, so you let people fucking walk. Well, these motherfuckers weren't having it. They fucking.
There was probably 6 car lengths between that car and the car stopped at the stoplight. They were like, "Nope, hands up, get out of
Well,
here.
yeah,
I'm walking here."
Like there was no reason for them. I mean, fucking.
Hey,
I'm walking.
here.
Well, it's hard for me to judge
And
about
the-
the situation because I was not there.
The dude didn't have to slam his fucking brakes. Let's put it that way. He eased on the fucking brakes, and that was it. He didn't skirt him, nothing.
Skirt.
Yeah. He said, "I'm fixing, but you better fucking get drinking. I know 5 ain't putting you away, but Johnny Walker might though."
I don't even know what these words are.
Of course not. All you know is pomegranate vodka and Red Bull. That's all the words you
Jesus.
know.
I'm fixed, brotha. I'm fixed, brotha.
Where are you at? Oh, it's short for brother.
Brother.
Oh.
See the little A off to the side there.
Hey!
He might be Canadian.
How you doing there, bud?
Canadians spell A with an E.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, it's EH, isn't it?
Yeah. It's is there A.
I got corrected by Canuck
Yeah.
because I said
is there A.
yeah
Hey,
A
And we're like,
because I say AY.
Hey.
Like, how you doing there, A? That's AY, but they're like, no, it's EH. Okay,
I'm like, okay, well, that's our
that's our
Like, oh, you're Canadian.
How you doing there?
It's way different.
Yeah. It's literally like a passive-aggressive shrugging of the shoulders.
Yes.
That's our
right.
How was it?
Hey, you're here in the same room.
Hey.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway. Anyway.
Anyway.
Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. Holy shit. We're retarded.
Yeah, just in time to go.
You know what? We just saved the episodes by singing.
We do.
We've done it before.
We have. Yes,
You are.
We have.
I'm gonna go buy some donuts.
But
Ooh,
yeah, dude, go
I'm
down,
jealous.
go to the old downtown Fenton donut shop there.
That's where I'm gonna go.
Yeah, they're open 24 hours except for on.
No, they close. They close during the day.
Yeah, and they reopen at 1:30.
Yeah,
They close at like 8 and open at 1:30. And then they're open all through the night.
I pick up orders there all the time.
Do you? Bring me some donuts at 5 o'clock.
People get the stupidest shit delivered to their house, man, and they pay way too much money for it.
Well, I'm not gonna pay you nothing for it. I'm telling you right now. Go pick me up.
I love when they get the single items.
At 5 a.m.
Yeah, like a McDouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
You pull up here at 5 a.m., dude. I'll be out there collecting.
I got
donuts.
paid $9.75 to deliver one McDouble to one man in a trailer park.
Yeah.
How much did you pay for that, sir?
Working 15 or well, what did you say? You got paid $9.75?
Yeah.
He paid $10.75.
No, he paid more than that.
No.
They get paid too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, you
motherfucker
gotta
paid
remember,
$15 for a McDouble. One McDouble.
Yeah, but you got to remember, sometimes some guys don't have cars, so it's cheaper for him to do that than to call a fucking Uber to go drive them there and then drive them back.
For one McDouble?
Yes.
But see, the thing is that like I at least got to order 2 to make it like so I have something to eat later. If my stomach allowed me to eat one McDouble and be full, then I would order 2 so I can have one for later.
Right.
Like if I'm gonna pay that much, I mean it's an extra $1.
Well, if you want a dino shirt, you go to teespring.com.
You go to repliconradio.com.
Yeah,
You click the button.
Yeah, you go to shop now and click.
Go to shit.
Don't.
Well, no, because
Yeah, because if you go straight through the Teespring, then you got to search for
well,
shit.
what's his name did it wrong? Shout out to Jason.
Yeah, go to
He, looked it
repliconradio.com,
up.
click shop now.
Yeah. Well, actually, now it's different. It says Teespring.
Oh, there you go. Click the
Repliconradio.com. Just click Teespring. All the t-shirts and all kinds of dopeness is there. If you want some of the exclusive merch, like our shorts and subliminate shirts and things like charms,
You
hat
can go
pins,
to repliconradio.bigcartel.com.
or just go to repliconradio.com and click exclusive merch.
There you go.
I know it's been a while since everyone's been to the website. It's different now.
I mean, I'm there every time I could go into the show.
It used to just say shop now, but now it doesn't.
It doesn't. Yep,
Teespring will take you to Teespring.
And then
Exclusive merch will
merch.
take you to the Big Cartel. If you go up in the right corner, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, which you already should be subscribed to. If you're not, go ahead and do it. That last one is the Patreon, because that's the place to be. Become a Patreon. It's the perfect time because it's the beginning of the month. You could not miss out on any of the action over
Are you
there.
gonna have a St. Patrick's Day shirt?
Probably not time for that.
There went that idea.
Yeah.
That wasn't. I mean, we have some up on our.
That shit.
There's St. Patrick shirts available on our Teespring.
Yeah.
There are. We made them.
They're up. They're there.
Because it's March. It's ready for St. Patrick's
Essentially,
Day.
that was the idea. But I mean, I guess I could probably do that, but they'd probably be late. But yeah, make sure you join our Patreon, man. As little as $2 a month, you can help support the show in a big way. Get extra episodes, access to our Discord, early news, early interviews, Big Rude nudes, all kinds of stuff popping up on the Patreon, as well as if you sign up for the proper tier, the t-shirt tier or the hoodie tier, you get exclusive merchandise every month, some of which cost way too much and you should not be getting.
You can even get that Rue Gang shirt right now.
You can buy it.
There's 2 of them up there.
What he's
Pick the
trying to
one you
say
like.
is that some of the stuff you get outweighs the cost for us that you're paying. Like you get something, you pay what $30 a month,
Yeah.
and you're getting something that's worth way more than $30.
Yeah. And like
So,
$35 shirts.
It's
and
like
shit.
we lose money
Plus
on
all
some of
the
those.
other stuff you get.
Yeah, we lose money on some of those because we love you guys. We want you to have the dopest of the dope.
And you're welcome.
And you're welcome.
head on over there, patreon.com/Replicon Radio. Or just give us $2, man, because you don't need it. Big Roo gave a fucking homeless guy $3 for no fucking reason.
$3 because he was making fun of him.
You guys make fun of us in the chat room all day long and while you're at home. So you might as well give us $2.
We literally have a 24/7 chat room that you can contact us on.
$2, man. There's like 165,000 of you people listening to this motherfucker. If y'all just gave us $2, we could do this for a living. And
or you can go to
content.
repliconradio.com and donate, and all you motherfuckers just donate $1, and we can bring you more freshness.
You can. It is. It's right there in the middle of the fucking page. I had to make sure I went back and looked. It's real big. Donate now.
Did you click on it to make sure the link was working? Maybe it's not working.
It works. Let's click it. Boom, it works.
Okay. All right. So it's up and running. You know, we had technical difficulty with that button for about the last 3 years, where I don't think it's been working, but now it's working.
I think Paul Robot's got the Roo fat finger syndrome.
Yeah.
You guys ain't worth it. Are worth it.
Huh? Well, either way.
Like we ate something, but
We ain't are.
Oh, we ain't worth it. We ain't worth $2. It's cool.
and then he meant are.
It's cool, bro. We're not worth $2. We appreciate you.
Now is that like an American R or like a pirate R?
No, it was sorry guys. There was supposed to be ARE, not ATE.
How do Canadians spell sorry?
Sorry. Sounds like
Sorry, eh?
you sound like Tom
Suri.
McDonald. I have no
Like
idea.
you spell like sewer with an E.
Yeah.
Or with a Y. I guess.
SEW
Suri.
RY. Yeah. SEWRY. Suri.
Suri.
I don't know.
Suri, sir.
I feel like you're talking to your phone right now. Hey Siri.
Hey Siri.
Siri's a bitch.
Siri's a whore.
Hey, Siri. Yeah, man. Next week on the show, we got Zitro. Tune in. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss out on all the action.
Speaking of Siri, if you have an iPhone, hey Siri, can you rap for me? There you go. Just go ask her that. I don't have an iPhone, but I did hear a news story on it one time.
Don't forget, we do this show every Monday, 6 to 10 Central Time. Repliconradio.com, or you can find us on the YouTubes at Replicon Radio.
It's true. Anything else? You guys got any last words? Any shout outs?
I want to shout out to the Battlehawks for kicking fucking ass this season.
Caw.
And the Blues for winning, too, the other
I want to shout out to all of our fans for enjoying and loving and watching all of our original content that we be putting up all the time on the fucking
Fuck
page.
them in the Patreon, all right? Fuck all y'all except for Heather. I said good morning.
Jesus.
I said good morning. And ain't
Jesus.
nobody say shit except for Heather. So it was too late. Don't even say it now.
God damn.
Hi, Heather.
Well,
Love
I
you.
will shout out to the 99% of the rest of you. Because I love you because I did not tell him good morning either in the Discord.
Oh, y'all are assholes.
Much
But we
y'all.
love you guys and appreciate you.
YouTube. We're out of here.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
Peace.